Right,
Sweet.
so we're doing a little quick recap what we can dredge out of our tiny little brains from last week, including myself here, because I don't remember much either. Well, I remember it was very rapid at times. We cut through different time zones and things fast, and players dropped in and out as well, if I recall. So, anyway, where are you this evening?
Okay, well,
let us start afresh and say it is
yeah.
it is a new night, and we begin.
Today is the day of the Tremere Ball.
Tremere Ball.
Hmm.
Okay. Where is Caitlin going to be?
Them nerds.
That's up to the DM, isn't it? She probably won't be here for a while, according to what she said.
What did she say?
She said she's got practice. Practice? Is that the correct terminology?
I don't know. She's using Sundays now.
Rehearsals.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, so she's not playing on Sundays anymore.
At least not for the time being.
Right. Okay. All right.
And who knows?
So I guess she's not
Shipman.
here. Well,
he's got his son.
He said he's going to be here tonight, so at 8, around 8. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, cool. All right then. So it's just us for now. Excellent. So the Tremere Ball, the night of the Tremere Ball.
Mm-hmm.
All right then. So you all arise and you have arisen and you've begun your preparations for the evening of the Tremere Ball. And so, Charlie, I think it's only fitting that you begin with your description of what you start.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna hang around in my PJs for a bit and talk to my retainers.
Right, Alan's there.
Yep.
And what's Liz?
You're very quiet, and I'm not sure if it's me. Is everyone else?
It could be that I'm just hanging back over there. Hold on.
All right.
Oh, I know. Wait, hang on. I'm on the wrong setting.
Okay.
I need to be over
Tell me
here.
if I'm too quiet.
I didn't realize humans had settings.
Yes, I have a setting. One of them is Omni and one of them is directional. And I was on Omni because we were recording a podcast yesterday. So, yeah.
I have settings too, but I don't know what they mean. So whatever. Whatever. Anyway, I will go up to Alan.
All right. Hello.
Hello.
And how can I help you this evening, milady?
Please stop talking like that. Are you okay?
I've been under the impression that it helps a lot if I talk to you like that, and all your friends too. They're very posh, some of them.
Not all of them. Not Alexi. He's an uncivilized swine.
Alexi just appears out of nowhere.
He's been here the entire time.
He was there all along.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to worry about putting on an accent. It's fine.
What do you mean putting on an accent? Do you know I went to Eton?
What is Eton? Is that a place?
It's a college.
That's a college? I'm sorry, I wasn't.
You wouldn't know it probably, but actually my dad's quite posh.
Like, Alan, can we be real?
What do you mean?
Are you all right? I'll check his temperature.
Fuck is wrong with you? Get off. What's all that about?
Is this because you just broke up with your girlfriend or what? What's happening here?
What do you mean what's happening here? I'm just talking to you.
Yes, but you seem off, especially last night.
What happened last night?
You don't remember?
Well, go on, tell me.
Okay, well, I guess you weren't very happy that I didn't allow you to come along with us? Maybe? I don't know. Is that it?
Yeah, but that's just that's nothing. It's over. I'm over that.
Is it the fact that I've got other retainers?
Is what the fact that you've got other retainers? Is what
I'm just trying to understand why you aren't feeling so good.
Who said I wasn't feeling so good? Who said that? Did I say that? Is it
No,
in
but
my,
I can tell.
is it in my aura? I can't.
I can't do that. When the kit was here, she could do that. But
No, love, I don't think there's anything wrong with me. All right. Don't you have like an album to produce or something, or something flash important to people to talk to, somewhere to go?
you pushed me away.
Pushing you away. Oh my God. Are we married?
Oh my god. All right, I'm going to leave.
All right.
Just gonna leave him. Yeah.
If you need anything, give us a call.
If I need anything, I'll find another retainer. One that's not grumpy.
What did I do now? Wow. Just relived my day.
And I will, yeah, go find another retainer.
Right. Which one?
I'll start with I'll have a conversation. We'll just sort of speed through it if you want, because
Mhm.
it might be mundane. I'm gonna
Mhm.
talk to Francisco about perhaps being the one that could help me out with my finances.
Okay.
And talk about where I can allocate money and whatnot.
Sure. He can do that. And he will talk to you about that.
And I'll get him like an extra pillow or something. So he's
Oh, for doing your finances, he gets an extra
Yeah.
pillow. Oh, that's so sweet.
I mean, I'm paying my
That's-
retainers now too.
Right. In pillows.
So. Yeah.
Apparently.
And then when I go to Lionel, I'll have a chat to him about the potential of like the mechanics thing, the auto shop I was sort of thinking about. With him in
Right.
control of it, of course, an all-night auto shop. And I bring him a blanket as well.
Lionel said that he's spent a lot of time in prison reading about psychology, and he's doesn't really want to be a mechanic anymore. Like, it's the time for that has passed.
He wants to do psychology.
No.
Okay. Here, have a blanket. If you want to help me and Alan figure out our friendship, that would be lovely. Thank you.
Right.
Some
Okay.
might say we're on the rocks right now. Anyway, I'm gonna go and get ready for this.
All right. So you go and get ready for this.
Yeah.
All right. What does that entail?
Getting dolled up, making my face look nice, my hair look nice, putting on the dress and stuff.
Okay.
It's spinning around.
And spinning around.
Yeah.
Excellent. In mirrors. Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. So for our dear, actually, we're going to do the Nosferatu last, because I suspect that's going to be the fastest one of you three to doll up.
Puts on his comically large glasses and leaves.
No, I
Got slapped for that.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So we'll go to who are you being tonight, Barry? Who are you being tonight?
Bishop.
You're being Bishop tonight. Bishop.
His belief is a social pariah.
Piranha.
He's a piranha.
Social piranha. All right. So Bishop, you're going to this ball. I take it you've been invited.
Yes, I'll
Right.
go.
Mr. Parker's there. He said, "You look fabulous, sir. You'll be fine." Dusts off the lapel on your shoulder.
I have a question.
Of course you do, sir. I always have questions. A lot of questions,
This
Mr.
this
Bishop.
bloody hanky that goes into the jacket here. Do I?
No, just don't touch it. Just leave it alone. No.
What?
Don't touch it. It's a prop. That's all it is. Prop. Don't even think about touching it.
It's a prop, so it's useless for anything. Useful.
Absolutely useless. In fact, if you were to pull it out, you'd find it stitched in there. Won't even come out.
And
Don't try and do that though, because if you do and you break it, then you'll be left with a fucked up pocket.
And this thing about not wearing any weapons.
Not
I can
wearing weapons? Yes.
I can
Alicia?
understand that. I can understand that, I suppose.
Hmm.
Do I really have to go? I mean,
You have been invited, and you do represent all of us in this, sir. And after all, do not the Treme require security?
that is true.
So you should put on your best sales hat, sir.
Yes.
represent
Yes,
us.
but
There.
surely they have their own.
Is it as good as ours?
Probably better.
Oh.
They've got magic.
Yes, they do.
We don't have magic.
That's true, but perhaps some sort of hybrid system would be the most optimal.
True, I could put that to them.
Hmm.
Yes.
For magic, I'm sure, is only not only good for certain things. I'm sure it's good for everything, but perhaps it would be less taxing to have certain normal technological systems in place.
I wonder if what's Sage's ghoul called? The
Alan?
football one, yeah.
Alan.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I have 3.
He's a demoted ghoul. He's no longer a ghoul. He's been thrown out. He's on the
I
street.
wonder if he was affected by her not letting him come and all that.
She didn't let him come.
No, to the
Phrasing.
let me rephrase that. She didn't, when we
I
went
think
on,
that was the problem.
when we went on mission, to the
Ah,
where we went, you were there. Why
right.
am I telling you all
And
this?
he was not allowed to come with us.
Yes.
I see. Might have
Yeah.
affected them, perhaps. Could be.
No,
that.
it's got nothing to do with us. None of our business anyway.
None of our business.
No. Anyway, yes.
We should be leaving soon. I'm sure we will need to collect the group together before we travel, because we're going under. Who is it? Sage's invite that you're traveling under.
You do remember
I'll be waiting
that
outside in the limousine. So
you do remember that I hate formal things. I mean, even when I was in the military, we had to wear a formal uniform, and I hated it. Remember?
You did hate it then, sir, almost as much as I did. But how we suffered through.
So is everybody going to be there of our team?
I believe several of us will be, yes. Even
one
your
of them
friend.
we won't be seeing, yes.
Well, I imagine perhaps, but otherwise he might be very, very seen. Who knows?
Yeah, it could be. Okay, right. Take out have we got a limo?
Yes, sir. As I said, I will be waiting in the limo outside of the ball at all times with a team on standby down the street in a black van.
Much more happier now. Okay. All right, let's get this over with. God, I hate this tie.
We will be ready for any sort of extraction, or in the event of an attack by the Sabbat, we will be there as a backup as well.
Has that pilot got here yet?
No, sir.
No.
I'm afraid not.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
All right. So, moving right along. Garth.
Yes.
Alexi. What have you been doing? Preparing for the evening?
I would have put on my Plague Doctor mask.
Yeah.
And probably text the bishop to see what he was up to and if I get a lift.
All right. Bishop, text, can I get a lift? Can't hear you. Press the button.
The text that comes back saying, on my way, where do you want to get picked up?
I text him my internet cafe's address.
Okay. All right. So the address of an internet cafe. It's just kind of I don't know. Tell us about this internet cafe. It's a very nondescript, I take it.
Yeah, it's nondescript. Kind of an underground building that I've turned into an internet cafe. Basically trying to find regular, I don't know, teenagers, young adults that come in that I can ghoul up and just treat as research monkeys.
Right. Okay. So you're going to have a whole team of research monkeys working in a spare room at some point.
Yes.
That's your plan.
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right. Very good.
And
Very good.
once he's in the car, Lexus?
Hello.
I have a private detective that works for me. If you two could sometimes swap information, would that be a fair thing?
We could do that,
And help each other, perhaps?
of course.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that you approved. All right. So she's at your disposal. She knows about you. She knows what you are. All right.
Thank you.
Let's get this mess over with. God,
Yep.
All right. So, are you guys picking up Sage, or are you? Has she got her own
I
transport?
don't have my own. Well, not anymore.
It's going by bicycle.
Well, I'll text her and see if she wants to be picked up.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So the
By the
limousine-
way, Kit might not be. Kit won't be coming. She's unfortunately doing something else. Doop, doop, doop.
in fact,
Okay.
yeah,
It's
right.
so sad. She really wanted to be here.
Oh dear.
Torador things.
I'm reading the text going, why would somebody want to be here? Okay. All right. Parker, you heard that? We're picking up Sage.
Picking up Sage, sir. Very well.
Yeah, after all, us two need something that looks good.
All right. Okay.
You
So
don't like seeing.
you go around and you pick up Sage next. Sage gets in the car.
Yep, my big dress with feathers at the bottom.
Sage,
this
can you
space.
make a perception alertness check, please?
All right. 3.
3 successes.
Yeah.
As you're about to get in the car, from about 3/4 of an angle behind you, on the other side of the road, you see a bunch of flashing flickers. Flash, 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 flash as you get in the car.
In the car.
As you get into the limousine.
Sorry, could you repeat where I see this?
As you are getting into the limousine, behind you,
Behind me.
on the other side of the street,
Right, okay.
is the series of flashing lights that go off. Flash, 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 flash.
Do I recognize what sort of lights these are?
Like a camera flash.
That's what I thought.
Like a
All right.
flash bulb. Like paparazzi.
Yeah, I just hop in. I'm
Okay.
wearing my mask. They can't tell it's me.
Mhm.
Make sure you're wearing pants.
I always do.
Or at least Nick is, you know.
All right.
Okay, so you get in. Yep.
So, who's driving?
Parker is driving.
Parker, be careful. There are paparazzi here. This is a first. I haven't seen them before.
He nods from the front seat.
Also, it's good to see you.
He raises the glass. He lowers the glass thing in the middle. I'm sorry, madam. I missed all of that.
Be careful of the paparazzi. They're right there. Well, at least I think so. It's either that or like a series of private investigators.
Odd. Interesting. That is interesting. We should be careful. We
I
don't
believe in
want
you.
photographs of us being circulated together. Fortunately, this car is fairly well insulated with these dark windows, but if you've already been seen, that's one thing.
Yes.
Fair
Okay,
enough.
let's go, shall we?
All right, well, he's driving. You're cruising down the street now, and you're coming
Good to see you
into
both.
Piccadilly at the moment, on your way through to the Tower of London. Yes, nice to see you.
Anybody
Lexi, you
need a
too?
drink?
Oh, no, I'm okay.
I got some blood bags at great expense.
Oh, the fancy stuff.
Yes, for this evening. For this evening.
So when you say great expense, what does that mean? You killed
I'm not
someone?
going to tell you what great expense was. Just
Generally means a large sum of money. But
Do you have
want
a
it or-
glass?
To die for is the kill people.
If you have a glass, I'll take it.
Yes, I have glasses in here. He takes out the glasses, you know.
Right.
Thank you. And I am going to use Taste of Vitae on it. Because like I'm paranoid about blood now.
What blood is this, Barry?
It was expensive. He literally had to bribe somebody to get it from the blood bank, you know.
Okay.
So it's
What's so expensive and special about it?
well, that's the point. The dummy doesn't know. The guy
Harry got
could have
ripped
told
off.
him. Yeah, the
Oh.
guy could have told him it was, you know, came from the Shah of Iraq, and he would have gone, "Oh, yeah, let's go for that then."
Okay.
You know
Okay. So
what I
it's
mean.
all right.
Oh fuck! This is okay. Sorry. Four successes to taste that blood.
4 successes.
So that you probably need to give you as much information. Just I guess enough to know if it's vampire or not.
It's not vampire blood. It is in fact human blood. It's a woman. She's a single mother of 3 kids. She lives in
Jesus.
what's the name of that place? Milwaukee. Now.
It's nice. Thank you. Is that enough to get a blood point? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty
Oh.
tight.
I'm not gonna tell him anything about it. I don't think he cares.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Oh fuck! Why Milwaukee? I thought we were in Chicago for a minute there.
Yeah, no.
Goodness.
You're
Not in
Milwaukee.
Chicago. Okay, never
People
mind.
can
that.
travel though.
Yeah, true. No, we'll say Bristol.
Bristol. All right.
That's the Milwaukee of London.
Whoever gave you this,
Oh,
it's
click.
probably not as. It's not worth as much as you think it's worth, Bishop. But it is still delicious.
Thank you so much. I really needed to know that. Songbird, I really
Has
needed to
has
know
Bishop ever met Dr. Shipman's sire?
that. Yes.
Yes.
He has.
Yeah, we've
Okay.
seen him
Right, just checking
them
it.
together.
He
I don't
actually
think
gives him
I'm not-
guns.
I don't think I've seen him.
He gives him guns.
Yeah, I don't
Right,
know about
that's
you,
true,
my
you
I
sell
friend.
had
them
to pay
guns.
his money back, remember?
That's true. You have to sell him guns. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
True that. True. All right.
Oh, by the way, we have a new system of how we get our guns now.
Do you?
Yeah,
How is
Parker,
that?
you thought of it. Good on you, Parker.
I did. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Oh, okay. So I thought of a new system that I didn't know about.
Does
That's
it steal from the Sabbat?
fantastic. And give to the poor. Steal from the Sabbat and give to the anarchs.
Now, because tonight is a night of celebration, I will not bore you with the fact that we need to learn about pullback points or stuff like that. So, tonight, you will be traveling around, looking at, making business, stuff like that. Do you need a bodyguard? Because I'm volunteering because I don't know how to deal with these people. Does anybody know how to deal with these people? What are they like? Socially, I mean.
Just talk to them. Yeah, if they ask you something, respond. You can either respond in a few different ways. You could either deflect. You could be honest, although I think when it comes to a Treme ball, you're probably wanting to keep your secrets, like the whole the whole masquerade balls thing. Balls. Sorry. Pretty much just keep your secrets. I would say keep your secrets. Deflect a lot. Keep your secrets.
Because you two have far more experience at this than I do.
I have about as much experience as, and I can't mention it. I'm sorry, because it's one of the tests.
I have a little
Sorry.
bit. It doesn't get any easier.
All right. See, you two are well ahead of me.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Okay. When do we
You're gonna
take
take. Oh.
When do
At
we?
least
take
you're
the-
not that Philippe dude. He really pissed them off.
that wasn't his fault.
What did he do to them?
All those paintings.
Oh, you mean the paintings? Well, I
Yeah.
like my one.
Yeah, no, there's a bunch of people that didn't like his ones.
Oh,
Or
I
their
know.
ones, sorry.
I got my one in my office now. It's at the back of my desk.
Because you'd like to remember the burning church.
Well, you know, it really happened. It really happened. He's a realist. It's what he really did.
Okay,
You know,
fair enough.
it was
It's a
war.
bit psycho. It's a little bit psycho.
Well, we did go a little bit psycho.
Mm. Children and the
Yeah.
women and
but
children and the
crimes.
church and the war crimes.
it wasn't like your enemy had a uniform, though.
This
You know.
Parker.
But it's also like he had kids and then you shot them.
Right. You know, it's one thing to lock up a church and set it on fire.
Yeah.
Nothing to enjoy it.
At the time, I didn't feel much like me. At the time, it's a good lesson to keep looking at about control and doing the right thing.
Well, you certainly have the experience there, Bishop.
Yes. Yes.
Right. Well, we're here. This is the Tower of London. I'll just oh look, they've got ushers and all sorts on the outside the front. There's you seem to have coupled this with some sort of media event.
Media event.
And if you make a wits and alertness check, any or all of you.
I'm just wondering why they would do that. One success.
One success. You realize that the BAFTA awards are happening on the other side of the town.
Okay.
I got two.
Songbird, I will get out first. I will be in front of you. You stay behind me. All right?
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
The cars pull up inside in this very cloistered, dark space between two walls, very narrow little alley inside the Tower of London's castle framework. And you are asked to get out and go into a little quiet door at the back. This is your last opportunity to speak privately.
Nerds.
Did you say birds?
No, I said nerds.
Oh, that's
All right, let's go.
that's very rude. Right.
I will
Mask
do what
on.
I said. I'll be in front of Songbird.
Mask on. Good.
All right. So you go up into this space and you find yourself in this strangely obscure little room full of people all dressed in Venetian costumes and masks and things, much like you guys are. Do you stick together? Do you know each other's masks?
I stay with Bishop.
I disappear.
We can be awkward together.
Well, once you're in, he doesn't care where you go, but it's just out there.
All right. Okay, and so you find yourself in this whirlwind of people partying. It's very apparent that there's not much care in the world for things like drugs or, any kind of taboo. Human taboos are off the, not trying to say off limits. The opposite of that, they are on limits. They are
Off the charts.
off the charts. There you go. There's a way of saying it. So there's people doing all sorts of things in these rooms, art galleries and museum spaces and such like. And the further you get in, you see Dr. D. You recognize him and some of the other Treme that you may know. You see Victor Faust, and he looks at you and he comes over in your direction.
We know what they look like.
The
masks.
That is a good question. they do have masks. I think Victor is recognizable. He's not wearing a particularly defiant mask. It's just like his eyes or something like that.
Mm-mm.
But he doesn't. I guess he wouldn't recognize you except by your aura.
Oh,
And so he comes over in your direction, and he says, "Well, do I know you?
well, do I know you?
Perhaps." And he begins to walk around you in a circle, in a sort of dance-like thing. In the corner, you can hear there's violinists playing this pacey little thing that's beginning to speed up with tension. As Victor walks around you, he takes off his hat and replaces it again. So, do you dance?
I dance. Shall we?
Let's. And so they dance, and
Yes.
it is a tango.
Oh, okay, great.
And let's roll our dexterity and performance checks
Okay.
to see whether we trip over and break our legs in front of the whole Treme clan and anyone else. What did you roll?
Well, I got 5.
Oh, you got 5 successes. Wow,
It's not 10, but it's
oh, it's
5's
not, it's
pretty
not
good.
10, but it's pretty fucking good, isn't it?
Yes, I know what I'm doing. I've spun around in circles before.
Right. Well, you're a lot better than Victor is. He's 8, 7, 6, 6. So it's all right. He's not. He's still pretty good, but he's not as good as you. You do all the dips and things and spins and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He
Make
says,
it my own.
Right. And he's like, I'm impressed. Well done. And finally it comes to a stop and you're there with the rose in your mouth.
Where'd the rose come from?
I don't know. He picked it out of a pot plant holder in the middle of the tango. I don't know.
Thank you.
There you go. And steps back. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Thank you.
I enjoyed that too. Treasure this forever.
And the room claps, of course.
Oh.
I don't know about these two sodomites, whatever they are. Dudes. Yeah.
We're like sidling off to a balcony. Just
That's exactly what I was gonna do.
Sidling off to a balcony. Like,
that's what I do in real life, so why not?
It's like we don't know those people.
It's like, hey, all focus is off. Let's go over here now.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get to the balcony and you're standing on the balcony. Yeah. Okay, so there's a couple of people out there smoking, which you keep your eyes on because you don't want to catch on fire and burn up to a little tiny vampire crisp.
That is true.
Right. But they seem to be models and things out here, and there's someone talking about movies. Can you make a perception check?
Two successes.
Right. 2 successes. You think that there might be some famous people out here. You're not really sure who they are. You don't follow that stuff.
I do not.
Yeah. You're not really sure, but they seem to be quite popular and loud and obnoxious, but stylish and such as well. And they seem to be hanging out with some of the city's toreadors who are at this party, by the way, because people from every clan have come to this thing tonight. So you recognize Jade Derringer, who is the keeper of Elysium, is here from Clan Toreador, and you recognize Ariel is here. And about that point too, you'll see Angelus himself arrives with his own soiree and followers, and an entire busload of courtesans get off when he gets there minutes later, and they come in with little flags and stuff.
Does he get ID'd?
He does the IDing. He IDs the IDing ideas, whatever they're called, those people. Right. So who else turns up? We have a couple of people you think might be Bruja, but you're not totally sure who they are. You'd have to talk to them, but they look like Bruja. You know, it's being very kind of boxing them, but that's how it goes sometimes. The Nosferatu. You are here as the primary Nosferatu contact this evening. Garth, or should I say
Alexis. Changing that name.
Change your name. Too many characters to think about. You believe that your sibling broodmate Durga may be in tow somewhere as well, but the idea is you have this little game that, you know, if I can't see you, then you can't see me. So you keep each other on each other's toes that way.
Yep.
So there's that. As for the Malkavians, there is a Malkavian here by the name of McGregor Mathers.
What?
Yes.
He's Malkavian?
He is.
Oh, okay. It's too perfect.
So yeah, along with him, who else have we got to the Treme? Dr. D, there's Lady Fortune, there's Lawrence Harker, Swain Benson, Desiree, Victor, and Lillian, who you've not met. Yeah, those are the vampires at this party. And besides them, there's a bunch of humans, you know, retainers and ghouls and runners around, and people who are here for food, as food. And there's people delivering food to the food, you know, so that's peculiar. They're getting, you know, so you hang around, you're like, which type of actual food do I want to consume? And then you find the middleman that you want to consume it so that you can consume them to get the thing that you want. It's kind of how it works. Does that make sense? Hopefully. So that's kind of where it starts. So Victor has come and danced with you. What am I saying? Bishop. A lady bishop comes out of the woodwork at one point behind you out of the shadows, and she says, "Greetings, and who might you be?"
My name is Bishop. And you?
Bishop, like the piece on the chessboard. She walks around you slowly, taking these slow, deliberate steps like chess moves.
Just like that, milady. Just
I
like
see.
that.
And whose guest are you tonight?
Well, I am the guest of Sage.
Sage. I'm not
Yes.
familiar with Sage. You'll have to tell me who that is.
Oh, the
She's not one of the Tremere.
No.
Sage.
No, she's not.
No, she is Uther's child.
Oh.
I'm standing next to Bishop as that creepy dude I look.
Right, okay. She turns to you. I see, Uther's child. Uther de Saint Bernard.
That is correct, my lady.
Interesting. I see. And that is the one that you came here with tonight. Is that her over there?
Yes.
You're right, she is beautiful. And Bishop, can you make a wits and perception check? Alexis, if you can chuck that dice for him, that would be great.
I do not have Bishop's character sheet, only Philippe's.
Oh, only Philippe's? Okay, I'll do it then.
She's also just released an album that's supposed to be pretty good. I've yet to listen to it though.
Right.
I got Parker to buy it today.
Okay. Barry and Alex.
I haven't listened to it yet, though.
I've also put Bishop under your control if you need to. But in any case, what am I rolling for you, Barry? Did I say wits and
Didn't you say?
was it wits and alertness that I said?
Sure you said
Yes.
that, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be wits and alertness. All right, here we go. What did we get here? 1 success.
Okay.
1 success. 1 success. Not really enough to tell you much. She, you don't recognize her at all as anyone that you've met before.
Did she give me her name?
She has not given you a name, no.
I'm wondering, your name, my lady?
She says, oh, that's not too important. You don't need to know me. You don't even want to need to know me, believe me. She winks at you and she walks off amongst the crowd.
Not sure that I'm.
Well, that was weird.
That was totally weird. Totally weird. And yet I find myself kind of
Not weirded out.
Just after that,
weirded
somebody,
out.
just as that
Excellent.
happens, just as you're saying that, somebody bumps into you and you turn around and there's this red-headed dude with red dreadlocks folded up into a bun behind his head and a suit. And he just bumps into you and spills his drink all over your suit, Barry. Bishop. Oh, man, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh my God, let me get that. And he quickly, waiter, and he goes over and starts getting towels and things, and they start to try and soak the wine out of your suit.
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Yeah, I'm just so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. That was awful. What a terrible thing to have. What a nice suit you've got there too. Was that custom made?
No, fortunately.
No. Oh, well, never mind. Anyway, well, my name's Bryce Maxwell. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Bryce.
Yeah, good to meet you. Yeah.
Put a bit of colour in it. Anyway.
A little bit of colour in it. It's a black suit, so hopefully it won't fix. Should be all right, eh?
Yeah, it should be all right.
Good on you, mate. Right, well, anyway, here's my card in case you need me for anything, I don't know.
Thank you.
I'll get you a new suit or something if it turns out to be, dry cleaning or something like that.
Yeah, I'm sure. Thank you.
All right, and he goes off.
Oh, you know, Alexi, I have to leave now. I can't stay here in a suit like this.
What, the soiled one or just one that looks, I don't know, a bit weird? I don't know. I don't know fashion. Sorry, I didn't mean anything by that.
Neither do I. I don't know fashion. I should really. It would be embarrassing for our entire group if I stuck around with this suit on. I'll tell you. I'll go out and see how Parker's doing.
All right, you go outside and And immediately, as you get to the other side of the street, Parker looks at you and he's aghast. And you get across the street and you're like, I didn't think it was that obvious. You know? He's like, what happened to you?
Oh, someone bumped into me in the party and messed my suit up.
Oh, is that all? For a minute I thought you'd been stabbed or something.
No. You didn't happen to...
Had me worried, thought I was going to have to slit a wrist on the street and feed you blood.
No. I know how you dislike that, so...
Yes, well, my damn heart's pounding now, isn't it? All right, so it was just a little spill then. You need another suit in the back of the car, sir?
Yeah.
All right. I've got a shirt and pants and things, yes.
Okay.
You can take this jacket. It's not quite as nice as that one, no, but at least it's not covered in wine.
Yes.
All right.
Always prepared. That's what I like about you, Parker, as he shuts the door.
If I'm already ready, I don't have to get ready.
Good. Where's the van?
You know where it is. I told you. Same place.
What's their security?
It's fine.
No, I'm asking you, Russell. What was... From what I saw of the Treme place, they don't really need security, do they?
Well, it's the Tower of London.
Yeah. One of the best secure places in the world.
Right.
Yeah. And they got beef eaters all around the place?
They do, but the beef eaters don't actually work for the Treme, to be fair.
Yeah. And they've got those ravens.
Right.
Yes. Okay. Does it look like even worth me bringing it up should I get the chance?
I mean, it depends. Depends what you hope to accomplish.
I don't think it's worth it. Because I've been there and seen it.
Right.
It'd be like, okay. It'd be ridiculous.
Okay. All right, so Charlie, what are you doing now?
Probably still dancing.
Still dancing. Okay, so
with others and having fun.
All right, so your next dance shall be with a fellow wearing a rabbit mask with very long-looking ears and whiskers.
Oh, a rabbit mask. Okay. 3 successes for that. I enjoy dancing with Victor more.
I see. And this one.
This guy's too shy, like a rabbit.
Well, yes, he did roll 2 1s, and it did cancel his 2 successes. So sadly,
I'm helping him at least.
Yeah.
All
right. Very good.
Nice try.
This spins onto a dance with a very capable and able vampire, you assume. Something possibly familiar about them. You can make a perception and investigation check to try and discern whom you are dancing with.
Good perception. I hope it's gracious. 2.
2 successes?
Yeah.
Well, your hopes come true.
Oh my god. Such a fangirl.
And at the end of the dance, he bows to you, a very low bow.
And I curtsy.
And he says, "And how are you enjoying the Treme ball this evening, madam?"
I am having a wonderful time. What about yourself?
Yes, I feel also that it is wonderful.
If not his looks, but his accent would have given himself away. It was a pleasure dancing with you.
And you. Have a wonderful evening.
You too.
All
Bye.
right. You move on to your next partner, your next dancing partner.
Yes.
These 2 boys are being big wusses, aren't they? They're not going to dance at all.
Maybe I'll go find Alexi. Alexi!
I'm off on a balcony just chilling out. trying to like listen in on someone's conversation
I'm
or
gonna
something.
find the plague doctor. I'm going to drag him onto the dance floor.
Dragging onto the dance floor.
Mhm.
Okay. You grab the plague doctor, Lexi.
Come on, you.
You've been grabbed.
Come on. So loud. But yeah. Shall we dance?
If we must.
I nudge him.
Well,
All right, let's go.
That's Dex and Athletics.
3.
3 successes for Dex and Athletics. That's not bad.
Oh.
One success.
6
One,
athletics
was
and
it?
not performance.
I'm just phoning it in.
Oh, it could be 1 performance. Yeah. Could be
For
performance.
dancing? Yeah, that's what we. Anyway.
Yeah. It depends, is it how technical is it? I guess, and how artistic is it?
I have no performance, so I'm just
You
whatever.
can use athletics if you don't have performance. I think you can use that to try and at least follow the steps, if not make it flourish. Okay, yep. So you manage to follow the steps and you don't trip over and break
Good
any
job.
limbs. And
I was
does
dancing
it,
with a bunny person before, and he wasn't very good.
I don't know. You know what they say about bunnies, I suppose. Can I see anything interesting around
No?
while you're dancing?
Yeah,
Is that why your dancing is so bad?
probably.
Because you're too busy looking around.
Yeah.
Um,
Casting shade on bunnies, you know how it is.
right. You see some feeding going on in the background, as some of the vampires in the background just basically begin to feast on some of the humans in the place, fairly indiscriminately. There's a kind of a wave of shock that begins and is countered by a wave of awe and dominate.
Oh, I haven't done that yet. Oh, I can't believe it. What a wasted opportunity. I'm going to use awe now.
All right.
Damn it.
It's always the enter move.
So that's 6 people. Sorry, 6 people.
6 people.
Damn
Okay. Damn it. Well, the 6
An
nearest
auditorium.
people to you are pretty awed.
Alexi, you're there too.
Yeah. I think Electra is here, and she
Oh.
comes over to you. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I was hoping I'd see you here.
Well, here I am. Look at this beautiful dress.
It's very nice indeed.
And yours
yes.
is amazing.
Well, thank you. I had it done by, and she begins to tell you who she had it done by and tells you all about it. And then she says, your little video is doing quite well, isn't it?
Is it?
Well, yeah. The song is. You know.
That's good. That's really good.
Have you not checked the charts today?
No, I haven't.
You didn't know?
No?
Well, we're in the top 100
Like,
pop songs.
oh, yes.
Top 100. It's on the charts.
That's awesome. That's great.
It's not awesome. It's fucking amazing. We're gonna have to. We need to have a fucking party about it. It's amazing. Do you know how successful you must have been to gotten onto the top 100 just once? If we can get any more of those songs from that album up there, this will just fly. You'll be set for life.
Wow. Okay.
Life. I mean, life's being a generic kind of term for it, but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. I'm
Right.
so excited.
So, I think the long-term thing is what we need to do is set up a proper studio of our own and work on something like that.
I think that works.
All right. Well, we'll get to it anyway. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And if you see Victor or Swain, say hello.
Oh,
for me, will you?
It's not hard to see Victor, I'll be honest. He's kind of phoned it in with his mask. It's
I see.
quite easy to tell. He was wearing his hat. Who is the other gentleman? Sorry.
Oh, Swain. Yeah, Swain Benson. He's one of Harker's child.
Unfortunately, I don't think I've met him before. So
You don't know Lawrence Harker?
no.
Oh, I should introduce you to Lawrence.
All right.
What about your friends? Do your friends like an introduction?
Well, they got Alexi here. I don't know. Bishop's gone.
Good evening.
Bishop, you're sort of coming in, I guess, with your new suit on at this point.
Yeah, coming in with a new suit.
Yeah. So you see this conversation going on with
Oh, there he is.
thing. All right. Well, I'll introduce you to Lawrence, and let's go. Come on.
All right, come on,
Over
guys.
this way. So
Lounge over there.
you go through the building and out the other side of the party into a more of a kind of subdued smoking lounge area where people are hanging out and smoking in smoking jackets and things. And there's kind of a countercultural kind of dykish feel to it too, like women wearing suit jackets and smoking vests and things.
So Ray is out here.
Raya might be out here. Yeah, that could be true. And yeah, then you get to different parts of the place where you see people expressing themselves essentially in their various different ways. Eventually, you get up to a room that seems to be more of an office type of space, and you go in there and you realize that there's things like jars and things and dark-looking glass cabinets with fetuses and shit in them. Stuff like that.
Treme shit.
Treme shit, yeah. A bit of alchemy going on in here, a bit of necromancy, who knows. But anyway, in the back of the room, there's this fellow sitting, and he looks up as you come in, and your host says, and I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Harker, Lawrence Harker, childer of Dr. D. And Harker looks over at you. He's a middle-aged gentleman with sort of less hair than he probably would prefer to have. And he looks up. And how may I help you, ladies and gentlemen? He says.
Hello, I'm Sage. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Lawrence Harker. You
Alex.
are here for the ball, I see.
Yes.
Excuse me a moment. He reaches over and he picks up a monocle and pops it in. Looks at you properly. I can see a lot better now. Forgive me. And he stands up and looks about. You realize he must be from the sort of time of perhaps the Raj. The Indian, the time when the British Empire was in control of the entire subcontinent of India.
Oh.
Yes.
This is Bishop as well, and Alexi.
Good
Okay.
evening.
I see. Good evening. Evening. I see. Yes. Excellent. Well done. So, what can I do you for, sirs?
We were here to introduce ourselves.
Ah, yes. Well, yes. Well, it's good of you to do so. It's very, very appreciated. And I should make note of your names again, if you give me a moment. And he takes out a pad, a book, writes your names down. Do you have those telephones?
Like
We
cell
do.
phones?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I'll gladly take your numbers if you
I
wouldn't
will.
mind.
Rattle off
Give-
my number.
He writes them down.
Yes.
We'll do the same thing.
I'll have my man send you a message so that you can call me if you ever need. Yes.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Now, is there anything else we can do for you? Clan Tremere this is open night for us, where we invite all of the other clans to come and see the inner workings of the chantry. We know that you have lots of questions and lots of superstitions about us, and we like to think that we have this opportunity to be open and show you that most of these rumors are unfounded.
Could you give us a tour?
I can, of course, give you a tour. He says, if you'll follow me. He stands up and he
Let me know
begins.
if Let me
Yeah.
know if my dress becomes a bit too, annoying. It's quite large.
Oh no, you'll be fine. Just walk behind me. Give me a few feet to maneuver.
Okay.
We'll be fine. And so you go about the Tower of London from the tour from the inside. And this is not the public tour. This is not the tour that I went on or Barry went on. Although Barry would remember it better than me because I was about 2, I think, when I went to the Tower of London. So I don't remember it at all. In any case, this is not that tour. This is the tour that only those people who actually work here could possibly obtain access to, and it's the tour of the Tremere areas that have been held by the Tremere for hundreds of years, if not, probably 500 or 600 years since the building of the tower.
I pay
castle.
attention to what's going on.
Bishop can't help it. He's looking at the security as they go through. He can't help it.
All right, Bishop, can you make a wits and security check, please?
Yes, I will. Go for it.
You will? Okay, here we go.
While you do that, I'll be right back.
Be right
Just-
back.
Gonna make sure my wig is all good and it's not killing my head.
It's not killing your head.
Yeah,
Is your
'Cause
head
it
being
is.
You noticed
killed?
that?
it is. It
'Cause-
freaking is. Anyway,
Oh,
I'll be
okay.
back. I'll be back.
Yeah, you'd think she'd notice that. My wig's killing my head. Bishop,
Brains.
Bishop. What are we rolling? Wits and alertness?
Security and stuff like that.
Security. Wits and security. Okay.
Can't help it. He's just the way he is.
Well, 2 1s and 2 8s. Fuck. Their security looks pretty robust. You are struggling to see how you could improve it.
Okay.
They've got, high level stuff, and you suspect that their security is even higher than this. You suspect they've got security that you can't even see.
Yeah. I thought so anyway. I'm just looking. It's my job. It's what I do.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm looking to learn from them.
Right.
you
Okay.
know, seeing if there's anything that I'd never thought of, or like putting cameras in armor, that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
All sorts of things like that.
Right.
I want to
Yep.
look for like their wards and their magic. So I want to see what's similar to Uther's.
Right. So you can make a perception and occult check, please.
Where? 2.
Yes, you can see the similarities. You can see that the base, a lot of the basic stuff is obviously the same. You know, you're both using stuff from the Western ceremonial magical tradition, coming from the Hermetic tradition, the Rosicrucian tradition, going back to Alexandria, and through the Greeks and the Egyptians. Some of it is sort of goes back to Mesopotamian era stuff as well, much like what you have learned. So it's pretty obvious that Uther has literally stolen a lot of the stuff from the Tremere pretty directly. He hasn't really changed it.
No, that's awesome. Just gives me another source of information.
Right. And it also
Interesting.
means, I mean, the stuff here too is the difference between Uther and a Tremere, I guess. Presumably, if Uther had been trained by the Tremere, he would be better at it in some ways. But then again, maybe his own creativity and his own internal magic wouldn't be as powerful. So,
I think so.
you know,
Yeah, he's figured it all out by himself. That
right.
makes him more powerful, in my opinion.
Right. I mean, he studied. It's not like he didn't study anything or practice anything. But he just wasn't trained in the Tremere tradition. So, despite stealing their shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so he shows you around. He shows you very quickly a couple of ritual rooms, walks you through some spaces. shows you some historic libraries and some books and things, and here is the shoe stone that Sir Edward Calley and Dr. D used for scrying the Enochian tablets in 1580. He gives you the exact dates and stuff for the Queen, and there's actual scrolls of the actual tablets and things as well. The original Enochian tablet scrolls, scrolls of the elements, the tablets of the elements. And as you're looking at them, you're kind of, the way he describes them to you, and I'm sort of shortening this down quite a lot, you get the impression that the Enochian tablets are kind of like a radio switchboard for spirits living in extra-dimensional space.
Okay. How do we? What? It's crazy.
So if you wanted like a fire spirit for a particular reason, you could dial them up using the Enochian tablets to figure out their address, basically. And you would want to call the one that was like the lowest on the totem pole to do the most basic jobs, and the ones at the top to, like, you know, blow up mountains and move continents around.
Are there like pictures of these things? Are they like made out of specific stone or
The Enochian tablets?
Yeah, how does one make this?
Okay, so the Enochian tablets, the original tablets themselves, they're called tablets, but that's because they're squares. And basically, the story goes that Dr. D and Edward Calley, he hired Calley to write down what he was seeing, and he had the shoe stone, and they'd go into a trance, and an angel would appear inside this crystal, the shoe stone, the crystal, and it told them this alphabet. It showed them how to draw this alphabet, and so they drew the alphabet out on this board, and then the angel would point at different places on the tablet and start spelling out words and sentences, and giving them instructions from the ethers. And so they were instructed to create more tablets with different setups. And so these tablets also had the names of all of these angels integrated and buried into them.
That's really cool.
Right.
Okay.
And out of game, interestingly enough, Enochian Language, which Dr. D and Edward Calley historically did create, has been analyzed by language analysts, and it is a language, and it has its own syntax. Despite the fact that they apparently made it up. So there's speculation that they might have known Hebrew and Greek and a few other languages like Phoenician that might have fed into their creation of this language, but it is a language and it does have its own syntax. So it's kind of fascinating like that.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it came from their subconscious or they literally just fucking made it up is up to you to decide. But in the world of darkness, it's legit as fuck. It's too legit to quit. Right? So there you go, the Enochian tablets. After that, your guide continues to take you through and shows you some of Blavatsky's proofs and things from her books, the stanzas of Jeanne, for example, and there's all this artwork and things that they have of that. And yeah, it brings you back to the main area. It takes you through this big Masonic zone that reminds you of a chessboard too, with its black and white tiled floors, and there's 3 thrones in this room. One at either end of the room, the west and the east, and one in the center that looks to the west. And it's kind of weird. Like if you were in this room sitting down the sides of the room, you'd be looking at somebody at the one end of the room, somebody at the other end of the room who are looking at each other, and somebody in the middle whose back was to one end and fate was facing the other.
It's a sort of ritual room?
It is. He says, yes, this is the place of our convocations.
Do you allow others to join you for these? Or is it strictly Tremere?
Yes. Typically it is strictly Tremere. Typically it is, but I've never had the question put to me before. What an interesting idea. Are
Would be
you,
an interesting idea, yes.
you would be interested to learn, I suppose.
Of course. Yes.
course.
Sorry, yes.
Ah, and what was your name again?
Sage? Sage Blackwood.
Sage Blackwood. That's right, I have it written down here. And your phone number too. Yes, very good. Excellent. Well, I'll have a talk to the chapel, to the chantry, and see what can be done, if anything. Don't be surprised if it's a hard no. They're very finicky about visitors.
It's all right. I understand.
Sweet Treme and our secrets, you know. Terrible, isn't it? So he takes you back through to the main room where the ball's going on, and there's still dancing going on. It's a bit thinned out, but there's a lot of exhausted-looking humans laying down in seats, looking as if they'd been placed there carefully. They have no bleeding wounds, but they look somehow pale and weak as they decorate the room in all directions.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Poor
A
thing.
tall man with a long beard and a black robe glides over in your direction. He's got long hair, and you recognize him as Dr. D.
He's not wearing his weird hat.
He's not wearing any weird hats this evening,
Oh well.
but he
I
comes
will
across to you.
bow. Or curtsy, whatever is the most feminine.
All right.
Yeah,
So you curtsy, I guess.
I guess so.
Okay. And he nods to you, and he turns to the other two. Greetings.
Good evening, Doctor.
Good
Good
evening.
evening.
It is so kind of you to come to our annual ball. I hope you're having a pleasant evening. Oh.
Thank you for the invite. And yes,
Yes, the invite. He looks at you, Sage, for a moment, and back to you. Yes, of course. Well, I hear you have met my child, Harker.
Yes, he's amazing. What a wonderful man.
I'm glad you think so, yes. He is very helpful. Couldn't do these amazing things without him. Yes, we do appreciate Harker here in Clan Tremere. I hope you do have a wonderful night then.
You too, you too.
Good. You have this ever so slight sense of having somebody sweep through your brain, each of you.
What does he what does he take from us?
What does
Do
he
we know?
take from you?
I think naked thoughts.
You think naked Nosferatu thoughts. Naked Nosferatu thoughts. I don't know. You can make a some sort of check, a self-control check to see if you can fix your thoughts on things that you would rather fix them on than things that were more random.
Give it a go.
Give it a go.
I don't think I'd be able to do that right now.
Okay.
I just think there's too much going on and I'm having such a great time.
Fair enough.
One success.
One success. I'm trying to get Bishop's character sheet to load, but it won't. But I did give you permission, Gareth, for his sheet.
Right,
Just so you-
I'll just reload. I've only got Philippe at the moment.
Right.
I wonder what Philippe would be like if he was here.
Right. Kicking ass and taking numbers, I suspect.
I only have Philippe still, sorry.
Still only 3. The fuck? The fuck? Okay. Edit. Nah. Oh, okay. I got to put it in your journal. Here we go.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, so I'm going to give you control and put it in your journal. Otherwise, you can't see that you've got control. It's not very helpful, is it?
Right, and what are you after?
Um,
Self-control.
Yeah.
Oh, I could have done that without Bishop anyway.
You did
Two
good.
successes.
How many?
Yeah.
2.
2. Nice. Okay, cool. You have pretty much. You can
actually-
shut down your thoughts if you want for a minute. Yep. Yes, Gareth.
He gets to roll another 2.
Another 2.
So he gets 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay.
The whole Sabbat thing.
The whole Sabbat thing. You're thinking
Controlling
about
my
that?
mind against them. I've got used to it now.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, right. So, what are you thinking about, Bishop, instead of
My favourite tune.
your favorite tune?
Yes.
Right. Sage's song. Right.
Yeah.
Right. What a meme that is. An earworm. It will be. Okay. All right. So that's what going through your head. Fine. He winces and runs away, crying.
Trying to buy my album.
Yeah. He pulls out his iPhone and buys the tune, starts playing it, and then he's like, "Somebody put this through the speakers." Everybody starts getting jiggy with it. No, that doesn't happen.
No, my
No.
phones weren't invented.
No, yeah, that's the main, that's actually the main reason why that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Because iPhones weren't invented. It's the primary reason. Oh fuck! It's hot tonight.
That it is. Even here.
Yeah.
All right. So, what shall we do now? I mean, things are dying down a little.
There's still people about if you want to go and talk to anyone. There is the person Swain who you haven't spoken to.
Okay, let's talk to Swain.
There's
I don't know where he is or who he is or he looks like. Yeah, Swain. Yeah,
Swain.
Swain.
Swain is a blonde fellow with shaggy blonde hair, quite good looking, wearing a suit. Treme. He's like a cross between Tom Hiddleston and what's his name? Oh my god. Fuck. Played the Joker.
Like Heath Ledger?
Heath Ledger.
Right.
He's Heath Ledger. Yeah. Okay, so and he's got a rose in his pocket in his jacket as well. Swain Benson is his name. And he says, "It's a pleasure to meet you. And how do we come to know you? And how do you come to be here at the Treme Ball this evening?"
It's in Masquerade. Should I tell you my name or not? I'm still quite unsure. Everyone keeps introducing
I think
themselves.
everyone's peeled off their masks by now. This late in the evening, he just takes off his mask. Says, "I've had enough of that. It's too much." I'm Swain Benson. Pleased to meet you.
Take mine off too. I'm Sage Blackwood. It's a pleasure to meet you too.
Sage Blackwood.
Oh, and this is Bishop here.
Bishop.
It's a you.
Nice to meet you, Bishop. Yes.
I'm sure he'll introduce you by his first name if he wanted you to know it. And then there's Alexei, the same but with his last name.
I see. Perhaps the two of you are one person pretending to be.
Well, like that tradition of 2 people in a trench coat, but with one person chopped in half.
I was wondering
In a trench
about
coat.
something like that. I once performed a trick like that. But anyway, enough of that. So, did you enjoy yourselves?
Tonight has been amazing.
Well, that's good to hear that.
We were
Would you like to keep you
invited.
entertained?
We were invited by Victor.
Victor, yes, of course, Victor Faust.
Yes,
Nice.
Victor Fast. Yes, we've had a lot of fun. You know, the dance floor is getting kind of yeah, whatever.
Sparse,
Sparse,
perhaps?
I'm sorry. Would you like to dance?
Would I like to dance? Well, of course, if I'm being asked. I should have asked you, I suppose. Very well.
It's all right, you know, let's throw traditions out the window.
All right, let's go.
All right, let's
4,
go.
5, 6 dice. All right, lady, let's go
All
dance
right.
then. All right.
All right.
Ah.
3 successes.
Oh, fucking ones. And that
Oh,
was a D8, damn it. Okay,
you
so
had your chance to
replace
be
the
charming.
D8. 5. Okay, so 10 and 2 7s. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 3 successes, and one of them was a 10.
3 was the same for me.
Oh,
So-
nice.
and 1 was a 10, but I got a 1 as well.
Ah.
3
Okay,
8s.
so it's a very good dance, and everyone's impressed, and it is bravo, clap, 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 clap. I don't know what the dance is this time. It's not a tango though, because we already did that.
Chicken dance.
The chicken dance.
The chicken dance. I don't think it's the chicken dance, Garth. Don't think so.
What about slow
That's
dance?
the Malkavian ball. That's next month.
Oh,
Slow-
I'm going to that one.
Is it a slow dance? I'm gonna roll a d10, okay? And if it's a 10, it's a slow
Harry
dance.
Potter dance.
And if it's a 1, it's some kind of crazy techno shit.
I'm okay with either.
It's a 9.
So it's like
It's
almost
a very slow dance.
it's not as slow as a slow dance could be.
It's almost as slow. I mean, it could always be slower, right? So that's why it's a 9. You can't. It's like I'm making it a 9 just in case there was a slower song that I haven't thought of.
So a 10 was comically slow.
Right.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
10 would be like you fell asleep on his shoulder.
Right. Okay. Sweet. Oh, that was lovely.
Right.
It's weird that it was a slow dance, but it's fine. It's
He
fine.
looks at you.
I
It's
enjoyed
very
it.
interesting to meet you.
Mm,
Very interesting. We should talk more.
of course, of course. I would
Where
love
do
that.
you usually hang about?
Well, I can't really give you the location of my home just yet. We haven't really lived
Oh
there
no,
long
I
enough.
don't mean your home. I'm
Um,
not interested in your haven. I certainly don't want to invade your privacy or anything like that.
Well, not yet,
Forgive
anyway.
me. I just thought
Uh,
perhaps there might have been a nightclub that you frequent or party at.
I like to visit incognito.
Oh,
Victor
I see.
also likes to visit, so you guys can always come together.
oh, yes, it's a good idea. We could do that. Good idea.
Yes, love to see you more.
All right. And he retires.
I'll give him my number before he retires.
All right.
And
Very good.
Yeah.
Bishop, as you,
Yes.
what are you? Where are you? What are you doing right at this second?
Keeping as far away from dancing as possible.
I see.
Yes.
So that lady that you met earlier who walked away from you, you find yourself standing next to her again, and she's smoking a cigarette. She lights it up and she looks over at you. You again. Interesting. I don't suppose you would like to dance, would you?
Who am I to refuse such a beautiful lady?
An excellent question. Come then. She drops her
Come.
cigarette into a pot plant.
All right. He
And you
dances.
walk into the center of the room and you dance. She gets, oh my God, a 10 and 2 9s. Off 4 dice, which is impressive, right? Oh my God. And the other one is a 7. So that's like 4 successes, 10, 2 9s and a 7. So she's amazing. And
Oh, God.
Bishop gets,
Oh God! Why couldn't
Here
I?
we
have been a
go.
person?
Bishop, do you want to spend
Oh.
any willpower or anything? You know, this is your chance.
Yeah. I'll spend a willpower.
Spend a
It's
willpower.
gonna be that bad.
Who wants to
Doesn't feel like
choose the
you
song?
want to.
Somebody should choose us the name of a song or a piece of music. What's this?
Remembering in the army, they do have those damn balls.
Well,
and
I
stuff.
personally like the Devil's Trill, but that's not exactly one that's going to be good to dance to.
A moonlit sonata. That's nice and slow.
Right.
Yeah, it's definitely gotta be. It's that slow dancey time. So you guys are slow dancing.
Right, but kind of funky slow dancing.
Oh, God.
Funky slow dancing.
Because what's the
It'd
point
be
in
like
getting what's the point in getting 4 successes on a slow dance?
what's the Mozart song about? Like shitting himself or something?
Mozart.
Is it? You know what? I'm gonna look this up. But yeah.
All right, Barry, you get 4 successes, 5 with your willpower point. So you are also fucking amazing.
Okay.
Actually, better than she is, but about the same because she got a 10 for one of her dice.
Okay.
Like the song is called
So did you?
I don't
Yes.
know how to say it in German, but it means lick me in the arse.
Lick me in the ass.
Yeah, it's a Mozart song.
Okay. All right then. I did not know this one. This is new.
he
I'll have
was
to-
It's
he was
classic,
a funny
man.
guy.
It's a classic.
It's a
I'll have to track
classic.
this one down. Jesus. How did I?
It's a B-side off I don't know, that other big one that you did.
Right. In the 50s.
Yeah, like the
Right. well,
Everybody gets
50s
to
or
see
whatever.
I can dance.
Right.
Yeah.
So at that point, you witness Bishop do this 5 success slow dance with this strange and beautiful woman, and she's wearing a very sparkly outfit, and off they go, ripping up the dance floor, setting the night on fire, and you get to the end of it, and she takes out another cigarette, and she says, "Perhaps you would like me."
Use it another willpower point.
All right, you burn another willpower point and you light her cigarette.
Yeah.
All right. She says, "I'm impressed." She says, "Sometime you should come and see me." And she gives you a card as well from her purse. And it
I'm totally
says,
watching this.
Lady Amisa.
Lady Amisa. Okay. All right. And he walks away.
All right.
And he gets a text saying, "Damn." Anyway,
They go their opposite ways, and Lady Amisa leaves. And she gets, when she leaves, she goes out the front door, and she gets in a limousine that is painted in tiger stripes and pink. And they drive off. And apparently, that's something to do with a radio station.
Okay. I gotta. All right. Are we ready to go yet?
Ready
I
to go?
never want this to end, but I suppose
Well, it
I'm
does.
ready to go.
Keeps going, and it gets later, and of course you get more opportunities to drink lots of human blood if you so desire, so you're well topped up in that department. But yeah, so eventually I assume then you're going to leave.
Yep.
All right, so you head off, and where do you go from there? Oh,
Bishops. Oh, hang on. Yeah, no. Just
just
wherever.
just as you're getting ready to leave, another limousine pulls up out the front, and Tatiana gets out. And she's like, "Where the fuck are you going?" And she's like walking in.
it's dying down right now, Tatiana.
She puts her hand on her
Where
head.
have you been?
I've been busy. I've had jobs to do, things to do, people to see, asses to kick.
So
Nice.
You've been working for a living, huh?
Well, yeah, there's that. So, anyhow, you're saying this place is dead. Is that what you're saying?
Well,
Fuck it. Let's go back to my place. You want to come?
fuck yeah.
Okay.
All
I'm
right.
in.
Okay. And so thus you travel to Tatiana's house in the Kensington Gardens. And she has an apartment that takes up 3 floors on the top of a building there. It's the penthouse apartment. The top floor has like opens out into a swimming pool on the roof. It looks out over the city from there. You can see the river in the distance. You can see the big Ferris wheel and the cucumber and all of that stuff in the distance. It's CBD. You
Wow.
can see the Thames. You can see the bridges in the distance, the twinkling lights. And you come out onto the balcony, and on the way there, she's made a couple of phone calls. You hear her, basically telling Dimitri to organize a party. So,
Another party? Like right now? Wait, what time is it?
it's about 3 a.m.
Like right now?
She's like, yeah, I want a fucking party. I went there. I was going there to party. I got dressed up for a party. I'm gonna have a party.
Okay, I love this. Okay, I'm gonna invite all the people I know as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who do you invite?
Okay, so like vampires. The people who are vampires that I know would be good to party. Like probably people like Electra. I'm trying to think of all the people I know, but I can't think of them off the top of my head.
Well, okay, so you're thinking of these people, but you can also make an intelligence and investigation check.
Okay. And investigation. 2.
2. Well, 3 a.m. You pretty much have 3 hours to get them here, have a party, and then get home again.
Yeah.
So
Damn it, Tatiana.
she's like, you got to stop calling vampires. They're not going to come. You just want to call your ghouls and your retainers and people you want to feed on.
Okay. I don't know if
They
I want to
can
bring
party here all
Alan.
day if they want. Alan can stay in the pool all day if he wants to.
Okay, I'll message Alan.
All right.
Ask him if he wants to come to this location for a party.
He replies with, why?
Cause Tatiana wants to party.
Okay, suppose so. On my way.
Okay, let me know when you're downstairs.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
But what about you guys?
Bishop.
What are you gonna do, Alexi?
I think I'll call it an evening.
People have started turning up at Tatiana's house, including entertainers and fire dancers, fire boys, and stuff
Fire
like that.
stuff.
Yeah. It's a big balcony.
Tatiana, you know.
She
Tatiana,
likes
you
to
know how
play.
flammable we are.
She goes, yeah, but you don't have to stand next to them. I like to watch it. I just don't want to get too close.
Okay.
Keep
All
a
right.
glass between us and them. It's fine.
Have a good night, Alexi, okay?
All right.
Stay safe.
You're going?
Alexi,
I
I'll give you a lift.
Thank you.
Sure you don't want to stay? There's a spare room downstairs.
That's fine. Thank you.
You
Fine.
girls have a
Suit
great
yourself.
time.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
All right. So Tatiana and
I don't
Sage
know what it is with them.
party.
Yeah. Dancing, and I've got this massive dress on. And I'm staying away from the fire guy. Because fire plus my dress equals whoosh.
Woof.
One roasted Sage.
Bad vampire. Bad.
Yeah.
Okay then. So you party with Tatiana until the wee
Yeah.
hours of the morning and
Drinking people that are high.
Yeah, drinking people that are high, and this is where you confirm for your own sake that her kink is to feed on men that are scared of her.
Yep. She dominates them, doesn't she?
She dominates them, she beats them up, she humiliates them, she beats them, and she builds it up until they're actually frightened of her. They think they're getting into like some fun dominatrix sex party thing, and they're like, oh, this will be fun. It's going to be a bit kinky. Hoo-hoo, might get a spanking. And next thing you know, they're fucking bleeding and they've got anal fissures and think they're going to die. So,
Yep. Where's Alan?
Where's Alan?
Yeah.
Where's
I'm gonna
Alan?
try and keep him safe.
He's not around Tatiana. so
Happily avoiding these anal fishes.
Well,
You know,
Alan.
My wife's like,
Alan
what?
fishes.
to be fair, that was an extreme example, but you know, she doesn't always do that. But you know, let's just say
Just that time.
it's
there's a
happened.
Lukey.
It's happened. Luke
Lukey,
Gold.
Lukey, who's here?
Looky who's here.
That's so silly. All right, yeah. So
Right.
I'm
well, I
gonna try
guess
and find Alan.
trying to find Alan. Yeah, he's there. He comes up the stairs and walks in, takes off his sunglasses.
It's nighttime, Alan.
He goes, "Yeah, but my future is so bright that I have to wear shades."
Come on in.
So, thanks, party, eh? Look at this place. Wow. Has he been here before?
No.
No, he wouldn't have been here before.
No.
So, whose place is this?
This is Tatiana's. She's over there.
Have you told me about her?
I don't remember. Maybe? I don't know.
Maybe. Okay.
You might
Well,
have met her actually. I
right.
don't really remember, I'm afraid. Sorry.
Don't remember. Well, I guess I'll find out, eh? So, what's the deal? You want me to hang around with you and be your bodyguard, or what? Am I serving drinks or something?
God no. Go have fun. Go
What?
meet people.
Really?
Yeah.
By the way, you do know what time it is, don't you? It's like fucking 4:45.
I know. I'm gonna be staying in one of her rooms.
All right. So, I guess you don't care what I do you?
What do you mean?
Well, like tonight, like during the day. Like if I stay here, I go home. If I end up hooking up with someone here or something like that.
You can do whatever you want, Alan.
All right, fine.
Just
Thank you very
maybe
much.
just maybe stay away from Tatiana.
Right, she's a bit scary.
Yeah. She was beating on that guy over there.
Right. Oh fuck! Look at him. He's laying on the floor by the pool. He's fucking bleeding. Oh
She's
my
kind of
god!
kinky.
He's bleeding out his ass.
Someone should
Looks
play
like, what did I just walk into? I have a feeling Luke can't
we
hear us
need
at
a
the moment.
doctor.
Can he hear us? Oh, he can hear us. He's got his headphones on.
Hello.
Hello.
Does that work?
That works, yeah.
I have no idea if any of this works.
No, it's working. Are you doing a different setup tonight?
Yeah, I'm at my mum's, so I'm on my laptop. It's my work laptop, and it's shit.
Well, it seems to be
It's so
all right.
shit.
It seems to work.
It's manageable.
Manageable.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're good, man. Okay, well, Luke, Dr. Shipman, this is the Treme ball that we're playing out at the moment. So they've been there. They were there for quite a while. You may or may not have been there at the ball itself and seen some of it, obfuscated or not, I don't know. In any case, they're now at a party at Tatiana's apartments in Kensington Gardens on the rooftop and such, but it's very, very late, so I don't know whether you're still there or you would have been there at all. Up to you.
I probably would have been floating around.
Okay. Well, there's plenty of opportunities to feed here and so on, but currently we have sane shipment, don't we? So this is
There's the guy with the bleeding asshole. You could go attend to.
there's a guy with a bleeding ass
Get a drink.
laying next to the pool. That's true, and he's got a mask on his face, you know, and some latex and things. It's
yeah, I mean,
What a party.
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Does he need medical attention?
You suspect he might actually.
Yeah, I'll go and help him then. I don't know
Alright.
what it, but I'll
Put
go
a
and help.
plaster in his butthole. Done.
Well, okay. Well, I mean, it seems
You
that
would have
you
thought Tatiana would have licked her wounds, but
yeah. Yeah. No one will find those wounds. All right. So, yeah, you can make a medical check if you like, wits and medicine if you want. I mean, there's all sorts of toys and things lying around in this environment as well, to be fair. So possibly the murder weapon.
Gonna smack Ellen on the ass with the big old floppy dildo.
Right.
Pusher time.
3.
3 successes. Okay. Yep. You stop his bleeding, and you attend to his wounds. You can't do much for his dignity, but his
I am not a therapist.
he's not going to die. That's the point here. So you managed to get him up onto a lilo stretcher thing on the side, like a beach recliner, next to the swimming pool. Meanwhile, on the other side, over the far side, the fire poi lady is still spinning fire pois around, and people are clapping and things. But she's sort of taking that all down and packing it away at this point now. A new wave of partiers instead arrive. These are all humans, and so the party continues in waves all day, or so it will, you suspect, when you're gone. And when you wake up the following evening, if you're still in the house, it will be still continuing. But those of you who have left and gone back to your houses and apartments and caverns and holes in the ground and havens and such, you may sleep away the evening now, the day, should I say. Sage, you end up spending the evening in a private room in the house, in the apartment.
Excellent. Oh, does she have any does she have another pajama set or something that I could wear? I don't want to wear my ball gown to bed.
Right. Yes, is the short answer to that.
Okay. Cool.
Yes.
Just check that on.
All right. I mean, I suspect that Tatiana pulls together her closest friends anyway, and they all collapse in a sort of frenzied orgy at some point. I don't know whether any of you are part of that or not, but that's probably where it goes. There might be some, not so much with each other, but with the humans that are still there. So sleeping in a pile of warm bodies. Anyway, no.
Gonna pass on that one, I'm afraid.
Pass on that one.
Yeah. Dr. Shipman, though.
Dr. Shipman, no. Well, Dr. Shipman is
When in Rome.
But it's too easy to spread diseases, you know.
right. Right, it's a COVID disaster waiting to happen. Okay, so anyhow, then the following evening you will wake up in your respective locations.
Yeah. Is Alan around? I wonder. Yeah, I'll check my phone.
Alan says, Alan's left a message for you, says still at party, going hard.
Okay. I'll leave in the PJs and just try and look for him.
Okay, so you come out into the night, onto the balcony, in your PJs, and you sort of start looking around. The party is still going. It's at a whole other level of kink and depravity by now.
Tatiana.
Tatiana's not
Wonderful.
even here yet. She's just it's just roller coastering, snowballing, shall we say?
Yeah.
And you see Ellen is there, and he's yelling at some people because he's been locked up in the stocks, and they're beating his ass at the moment with paddles, and he's not very happy about it. And he's like,
Okay.
I was only fucking kidding. Come on, stop it. And he's whining and bitching about this, and he's talking about consent.
I'll ask one of them if I could have a paddle.
They give it to you.
Thank you.
It's just
And
drink.
I just
The gimp hands you the paddle.
Potence and strength and
The
Good
gimp
there.
hands you the paddle, and you have a crack.
yeah.
All right, you
Who's
leave
been a
some-
bad boy, huh?
Oh,
Right.
you leave some spank marks on Alan's buttocks.
Oh, that's so satisfying.
Catharsis. Catharsis.
Yeah.
All right. And so what do you guys do next? Those of you that's woken up in other places. Those
I
of you
go
that don't
check on
have.
the internet cafe.
The internet cafe is doing okay. It's doing quite well. There is. Can you make a wits and investigation check, please, Gareth?
Five.
5 successes. All right.
Dang.
Well, you notice that your people, your little group that you're developing, they have picked up on a little noticed news story that there is a Soviet submarine in British Channel waters, and it has been there for about 3 weeks, and it has gone undetected. And when you pick this up, you flicked an email to one of your people, and they give you a message back to say that this has been noted, and it is of great value. They appreciate the picking up on this, for pinging this particular news story. This could be of worthwhile and notable value to the clan. So your flavor of the week right now with your
Sweet.
clan for having achieved this useful piece of information.
I go get my guys a round of Red Bulls with some blood in it. Congratulations.
Right. Excellent. And they are very grateful for their Red Bulls with their blood. And you get the fun job of coming up with the names of the retainers that you're about to ghoul.
All right.
They don't need a name unless you put blood in them, and then they need names.
Alrighty. I'll come up with some names.
Okay. And if you come up with anything about them too, that's great. Useful information. Yes. Okay. So, Dr. Shipman, you wake up the following evening. I assume you're back at your haven.
Yeah, I would be. I think I would have messaged my sire more about what we found in the train car. I think, did we figure out what the name of the person we were talking to was? The one that sort of was looking after the train car?
Don't know.
Anyway,
Ask your
I would
comrades.
just message him saying that the train car had been found and that there were refugees in there.
Right. So you tell them about that and explain what happened.
Yep.
Okay, and that's all by text, isn't it, that you do that?
Yeah, pager. Yeah,
Right.
it's all like in really terribly shortened words.
Right. Okay. Very good. So you send that off to him, and he sends a message back to you to say, "Thanks for that."
I think I would probably I'd probably switch to text actually and just say why would they have been, actually no, I'll call them. I'll call them.
All right. You call your sire.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
It's not heard from
interesting.
you for a while, have I?
Yeah, well, very interesting discovery that you sort of led me on to at this train car.
Wasn't it just?
Yeah,
Wasn't
well,
it?
why would someone approach you of all people?
Well, that's a very good question. That's what I wondered myself. Why would someone approach me, of all people? In the city of London, there's a lot of vampires, and I'm just one of them. Why not you, or perhaps someone else? I don't
Well,
know.
the person that approached you seemed to be the description of the person who was actually at the train car and gave us access to it.
Well, it has occurred to me that I have been at one time or another in the news media, and perhaps that might be the reason why the person chose to conduct this sales pitch in my direction.
I mean, I guess you're dead in the news media, aren't you?
Well, yeah, but they only had to put 2 and 2 together, didn't they?
I guess so.
I suppose. I don't know.
Can you not think of any other reason?
Well,
Have you done anything like this before?
not like this, no. Not exactly. No. Not like on this scale.
Okay, but little bit of human trafficking.
Well, only a little bit of human trafficking is like a few, not too much. Nothing that anyone would get upset about.
Has anyone told you anything else that may have seemed strange at the time, but now could be related to this?
You're asking a
Approach by
lot of bloody questions, aren't you? Hey,
Well,
what's all
I'm
this
just
about?
intrigued why my sire would be tipped off about a train cart full of refugees who've been treated like absolute shit.
You don't believe me, do you? You're what?
I not really. I think you probably aren't putting two and two together, and you probably have had other things happen to you before this, but you're not linking the puzzles together.
He looks you up and down. You know, Dr. Shipman, I feel like you might have changed a little bit lately. I'm not sure if I approve of that.
I'm just trying to get to the bottom of things.
Yeah. Right. So you think that maybe I might be mixed up?
I don't think you're necessarily involved in this, but to be singled out for this sort of thing, I'm just wondering if anything else weird has happened with people approaching you previously.
I can't think of nothing like that, no.
Okay. I'll if we find out more about these people, I'll try and put some pieces together and see if I can figure out why they'd approach you.
All right. Excellent. Well done, Tyler. Love your work.
Is there anything else you'd like me to do?
Oh, can't think of anything off the top of my head. No, okay. I think you're well. Good. Stay out of trouble.
Okay.
Be good to your mum.
I'll try.
All right.
I'll hang on.
All right. You hang up.
I think so. Alexi, did you figure out who the person was that was at the train car? I'm just trying to remember.
Did I?
I think you might have looked.
No, it was bullshit.Bulgaria, fake name sort of thing.
Ah, it was all fake names, okay. But it's from Bulgaria. Okay. Cool. I guess I'll go to wherever everyone's meeting up then.
All right. And where is everyone meeting up this evening? If they are indeed meeting up this evening?
I do not know.
I mean, you are the Order of Mars now, so, you do have obligations to do work and stuff and fulfill your missions.
Yeah, what's the job for today?
Right.
I message, is it Gustav, and see if he's got anything a bit more interesting than finding people.
Bit more interesting than fighting people.
Yeah.
Okay, so you basically you're admitting to the fact that you feel like you're being underworked.
Yeah.
I see.
Speak for yourself.
I see.
Say I myself, please.
I don't feel like my talents are being utilized.
Don't feel like your talents are being utilized. All right. Gustavius responds to you with he says, he wants someone to verify the story about the submarine.
Right.
If you can verify that there is in fact a Soviet submarine in Channel waters presently, that would be very useful and important information.
Right. I'll work on it.
All right. Good luck. So you wanted something hard?
Let's
Alright.
figure it out.
All right, good. Charlie.
What about Bishop?
Oh, fuck Bishop. No, okay, Bishop. Let's go, Bishop.
I'm going to see Lord Thracius.
Lord Thracius. All right, Bishop, you get to Lord
Don't
Thracius.
go without me.
You're going to go to Lord Thracius with Charlie? You want to do that?
You're so mean. Don't go without me.
Saves me a lot of trouble if you can be... if you
Well,
can-
although I am like, I should probably go home and get some clothes because I am wearing someone's pajamas, satiny pajamas.
Well, if you two were to actually make phone calls and communicate, you could probably work your way around this.
Yeah.
Should we say that
Yeah.
they? Should we say that they did? Should we say that they were like grown-ups and called one another and organized to go together and in nice clothes?
It's up to Bishop. He's
Barry?
on the
Okay,
head list.
I will text everyone and ask them if any of them want to see Lord Thracius this evening.
It takes back, yes, I would love to.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah.
I will pick you up at where
Yeah.
he says in the text.
At my house.
Alright.
And I like I undo the stocks that Alan's in.
Uh-huh.
And I give him his pants back. We gotta go.
And he pulls his undies back up and it's like, oh fuck.
I'm keeping this though.
All right, and you drag him off. You
Yeah.
get to the inside of the building and
Oh,
Tatiana
and I
comes
take
wandering
my
out.
dress as well.
Tatiana walks past you. She's like, I suppose you guys are going then.
Oh yeah, we've got work to do.
All right, well,
Yeah,
I'll see you
so
around.
thank you.
Okay, so you guys head off.
Mhm.
Okay. Good.
Oh dear.
Dr. Shipman and but Alexei, ooh, any plans? Do you respond to the text about going to see Thracius or not?
I said no, I don't need to see Thracius, but
Okay.
yeah.
I'll go.
Shipman's gonna go.
Yeah, I'll go.
All right.
Good. It would seem that we have become the national taxi of the group.
All right. So you go and collect these people and head to Lord Thracius's building down in the dockyards by the Thames. And when you get there, you go inside and you're buzzed up. And he
He
meets you in
doesn't-
this. Yeah.
I'm doing it to acquaint him with the fact that I'm alive.
I see. Well, you will still have to have an appointment.
Okay.
It's not.
I would have made one.
Yeah.
I would have.
Right. Okay. Well, when you get there, you go into this large, wide room full of ancient artifacts and things spotlit around this gallery room, Roman helmets and Greek swords and things like that.
I don't
Pieces
think Alan
of-
has been here before.
Right.
He
Pieces
might
of
love this.
Hadrian's Wall and stuff like that. Let's see what Alan's interest in history is. Actually, a 10. Remarkable.
Wow.
Alan is actually really fucking interested. He didn't even know he was interested, but he is now. So Alan's about to become a history buff.
Yay.
Yay.
Good for
Alright.
him.
Good for him.
Yep.
And
History's his passion, so I could sick of
what's that?
history's his first love.
Right. Then football, and then Sage. Or at least
Other woman.
Sage's blood.
Other woman, then Sage.
It's just woman third.
Right. Okay. So Lord Thracius is standing in the sort of dim light when you come in, and he turns to you as you walk down the stairs into this gallery, and he reaches over and turns on some of the spotlights to fill the room a little bit more with a bit more light. It's not quite as dim. And you can see from the windows here, you can see down to the river as well. It's not as high up on the hill as where you were before on top of Tatiana's apartments, but still, it's a beautiful view from here. Yes, so, well, you're on the docks, aren't you? So yes, you're looking around the CBD area from this point. And he looks over at you, Bishop, and takes a few steps in your direction. I heard you had returned.
It's good, my lord.
It is good that you are alive.
Yes, I feel the, how can I say? It's good to see you as well, my lord.
Yes. And where were you for this time?
Oh, a group called the Sabbat.
A small group, yes, I know them.
Yes.
Do you mind if I say something here? Uther has tested his blood and he is not Sabbat.
I see. So you have been cleared by the great Uther de Saint Bernard. That is quite a feat. I shouldn't think de Saint Bernard would do such a thing for just anyone. He must have taken a shine to you.
Yes, my lord.
I see.
He has to a degree, yes.
So, let me ask you then, now that you have returned, I suppose you are interested to know if our contracts still stand.
Precisely.
I should say that they will.
Good.
Those that still seem relevant, at least, we'll have to check to see that they are all worthwhile for completion, but yes.
The airfield, is that to be continued?
I've had my child at work upon it, but she has had to do other things of recent, so yes, I can place that in your hands now if you wish.
Thank you. Thank you. Same deal, same conditions.
Same conditions.
Thank you, my lord.
Of course. And where is the other one, the one whom I gave my priceless katana?
That is Kit.
Yes.
Right. She is unfortunately not here. She had other things to do, better things than going to a masquerade with me.
I see. You went to the Treme ball then.
You know that I went there, Lord Thracius.
Perhaps.
I had a lovely
Perhaps.
time.
I'm glad.
So I have a question. It might seem out of the blue, but what is your opinions on Gehenna?
He looks at you and he looks around the room for a moment. Gehenna. An odd question, but I suppose not so odd when I think about who your sire is. You shouldn't listen to such stories. Let me tell you something. I've been a vampire for nearly 2,000 years. I have heard stories of the end of the world from before I was even made a vampire. None of them have come to fruition. None of them have come true. There is an endless cycle of stories and lies and myths. Every night is much the same as the last. There are pits and peaks and highs and lows, but nothing changes. This is what you learn as a vampire.
Have you ever experienced the signs of Gehenna in your lifetime?
Experience the signs of Gehenna. What signs are these? The signs that the old witches would make on the side of the road, I remember.
Okay, so the presence of thin blood being ever present.
When did you join this cult?
I'm just asking you.
You do realize that
If you
your
believe it.
ideas are heretical. That there are princes on the mainland that would call a blood hunt on one who would even suggest such heretical ideas.
Are you an open-minded person though? We won't talk about them. What about you?
He looks around at the four of you.
Three.
Three of you? Three of you.
Oh, Alan's here.
Right, Alan's here, right.
Yeah.
He looks around at the four of you. He says, I feel as if perhaps this conversation is a little one-sided, a little unfair. I feel like perhaps I've been snared in a trap.
No. You don't. Please don't think that. Please don't think
Yeah,
that.
I'm looking around like
No.
No.
If we are a trap, we're like the worst trap in the world. It's just three of us and Alan here. It's. We just want to know your thoughts.
Who is listening?
I am.
He steps towards you.
Bishop?
He puts a hand on your hand and grasps your wrist. And you feel suddenly that you realize that once he's got his hand around your wrist, there is no way you could run away. He's absolutely like a vice, and he holds you there, and he says, if you are trying to bait me into a trap, this will fail.
Three-eyed lamb.
Your mic is sucky, man.
I know.
Say again, repeat.
Did you tell him about the three-eyed lamb, Sage?
I heard that time.
No, but you just did.
So what of a three-eyed lamb? Have you heard of Chernobyl?
Yeah, that's true. But we're not near Chernobyl, are we?
I heard the radiation traveled for thousands of kilometers about the world.
What if we find another that's further away, even further than that?
There have been stories of three-eyed lambs and appearances of snakes with two heads over and over for hundreds of thousands of years, centuries now.
I wish I hadn't given the head to Messiah.
These prophecies, they come and go.
May I please have my wrist back?
Oh, forgive me.
Oh, thank you.
My apologies.
I don't mean to give you the impression I'm wanting to trap you in any way. I just want to know.
He looks at you and he says, who asked you to ask me?
I don't say anything. Because I don't think I can.
All right.
I'm gonna pretend you're like browsing around.
Can I say something? Like, I don't think I can. Right?
He tries.
If I was to try to say something, I'm sure it'd be like,
You feel yourself being dominated, and he says, "Tell me."
How did he do? My willpower is 9.
Your willpower is 9.
Yeah, so.
Well, I did roll 3 dice, and I rolled a 10, a 9, and a 5. So I guess that's a success. Maybe 2 successes.
Sounds pretty good. Okay. Am I allowed to?
Are you allowed to? Well, let's see what the domination against this is.
Okay.
Let's see what we get for that. An 8, a 9, and a 7. So it's kind of, as they say in China, Mama Hoo Hoo.
All right.
Chabador.
My lord.
I don't know.
My lord.
50-50, half one, half a dozen the other.
I just say Gus because that's half the word of the guy.
You say Gus. You're like Gus.
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 Yeah.
Who? What?
My lord.
He turns. He looks at you. He just turns his head to you, Bishop.
Let's approach this as soldiers, shall we?
Should I draw my blade?
Of course not. I'm asking you to be tactically inclined.
What a strange meeting this is, says Thracius. Are you here from the Sabbat?
Absolutely not. Look
I
into my
believe you.
thoughts if you need to.
I believe you. It is clear in your aura.
Good. Right. Militaristically speaking, there is a certain bunch of people who would like to talk to you and on the subject of Gehenna, sir. He's talking military term.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can make your own opinion, my lord, if you accept to meet one of their members.
Who are these people that you speak of?
I don't know if even I could say the word. After all, if you were someone special, would you not, as you are, would you not have precautions against somebody finding out who you were until the right time?
I can honor that.
So, one of their members would like to meet you to discuss such things.
I see. Gehenna.
Yes, sir.
And I am to take this seriously.
You are to take it very, very seriously.
Interesting. And when will I expect this contact to arrive?
As soon as we have told them that you have spoken to us, they will tell us when to tell you.
He turns back to you, Sage, and he says, to Saint Bernard, isn't it?
I say nothing.
What's your aura saying right now?
It's more like confused. Like, could I say things? I feel like I might go against the order if I say the wrong thing.
Right.
So I guess confusion at the moment.
So confusion or conflicted?
Conflicted, I think, is a good one. Yeah.
Okay, so she's conflicted.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
And Barry, are you conflicted too, or?
No. I only have a kind of rhyme for him. My lord.
Yes.
It is someone who would understand both you and I completely.
He looks at you.
In a militaristic term. That's all I can tell you.
A soldier, then, you say?
Yes, very much a soldier, my lord.
Well, I shall await this mystery guest. And will they be visiting me here, or will I be required to go somewhere?
I will let you know as soon as I know, my lord. As soon as I am given orders.
We understand if you're a little bit hesitant. What was the accent? Where is the accent? Okay, we understand if you're a little bit hesitant. So if you want, you can decide where to meet. Have it in. We'll put the ball in your court, so you feel like you're safer against, say, the Sabbat. If you think that's what we're with.
And
Wherever
all of
you want.
All of you here represent this individual, or is this an individual that you represent?
All of us here represent this individual.
He looks around at you and he turns back. He says, "This is not an individual that you represent, is it?"
My lord, I am given orders. You understand, I must follow those orders.
I see. Very well. Here is my direct contact phone number, which you may call. Gives you a card.
Yes, sir.
Will that be all then?
Well, I wanted to find out from you about what has been happening with our clan while I've been away.
Very little. It has been stagnating, whilst other things have been taking precedence. As you
Yes,
know, we have been under attack from the Sabbat, and that has taken up much of our time. Then we have had other issues, more things to think about. The airfield sits waiting for you to occupy it. Feel free to move your vehicles there anytime. I will make sure that the airstrip is licensed for it to be used as an official landing site. I'll put through all the legal documents. I will pass them to you when they're ready. Yes? Can't hear anything. Hearing myself talking.
Ah, there it is. Yes, my lord, as you order. It shall be done.
Very well. And I should introduce you to my retainer here. This is Christos.
Christos.
Christos steps out, and you see Christos has got short hair and is covered in tattoos. His face, everything is covered in tattoos. He's got like a huge cross on his head.
Mm-hmm.
And they look like Coptic and Catholic saints and images on his body and face.
Okay.
And Christos nods and leads you out.
Okay.
Before you go, I'm going to say thank you so much for helping Lionel get out of prison.
Do not mention it.
Oh,
It is well.
thank you. That's-
All right. And so you go, unless you have anything else you would like
Come on,
to
Alan.
check
Look,
in on or ask about.
Look, I'm trying to pull Alan away from the really cool knives, the really
Right.
cool
Swords, battle axes,
Yeah, come
armor,
on, you.
shields, arrowheads, spears. All right. Fuck, man, did you see that stuff? Like, that sword was so cool. Did you see it? And I'm pretty sure that was like an original sword. Like, that's not like some fake copy from a movie or nothing. That was like the real thing. Can you see how sharp it was?
I
Oh
whisper
my
in his
God.
ear. He was the man that wielded it.
Who? What?
That man that we were talking to?
Get out of here. What? Really? You're fucking kidding.
No, he's been around for a long time.
He's like one of those 300 motherfuckers.
Maybe don't say that.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I won't say that. All right. But nonetheless, like, what do they call them?
Spartans?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I don't know.
Romans?
Maybe you should do your research into him, and then next time you can go have a chat with him. But anyway, shall we get going?
Right, where are you going to? Am I driving?
Oh, we came here with Bishop.
Parker.
Parker.
will be very upset.
Right. Okay, so you go with whoever you're going with, and
Yep.
but where do you go is the question.
Where are we going?
I don't know. Parker, where are we going?
Well, sir, I have it organized to head back to the den, as it were. I've decided to call it the den. I'm tired of your 4-mile-long sentence, the security complex or line security, whatever the fuck, the den.
All right. The den, then it
Yes.
will be.
I really need to get to a computer.
Well, we do have computers at the den. You are aware of that, I'm sure.
We have several computers at
Okay,
the den. that you
let's
can
go
use.
there. I need to Google my Google. Is that a word? Something.
Yep.
I need to look up myself.
Look up yourself.
Yes.
Is that some sort of porn?
Maybe eventually.
Eventually. Terrible.
No.
Anyway, okay, so you get to the den and you go in and computers and
Yes,
things. You look up
Ask
yourself.
Jeeve myself.
Ask Jeeves.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
How's my album doing? Alta Vista.
Alta Vista, right? I remember that. Hushmail. Does anyone remember Hushmail? How is your album doing? Throw me.
Yeah, but
your-
also like, what, am I in the news or something? They
Are you in the
recover
news?
Pizzarazzis.
Pizza Rats.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. There's some news going on. There's some articles covering this new and upcoming talent, who nobody knows much about.
Alan, look.
Fuck, this is about you, isn't it? Look, that's your picture.
Yeah.
Wow. It's like you're making it and stuff. You know, I've always wanted to do movies, you know. I reckon I'll be really good in movies, like an action star or something, you know. I'd be great at that.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, I could do stunts and stuff. I do all my own stunts, you know, because I'm not scared, nothing.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be yeah. Imagine like the
You have to learn to act.
acting and jumping on stuff and running in car chases and all that stuff and all the guns and the girls and the, you know, imagine the ladies. Be great, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Sure, be fine. Yeah. Oh, by the way, we haven't seen the latest Bond film together. I know it's probably out. It's past the movie theater.
Oh, it's like tomorrow is not enough or something at this
The
point.
world is not enough.
World is not enough, right? Tomorrow's not enough. The world's about to die. Tomorrow's not enough. All right. Yeah, would you want to go and see it then? We've probably still got time. I think there's a late showing on if you want to go.
I don't think it's in the movie theaters anymore. They're only there for like, I don't know, a couple of weeks, 2 months or
Go to
something.
a
It's been 5 months.
Well, yeah, all right. Okay. So we can watch it on video or DVD or something in a couple of months when it comes out.
It's not worth it.
That's sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Never mind.
Anyway, sorry, I was Googling myself.
Right. So, okay, what else do you think you're going to find on Sage Blackwood?
Okay, so what? Okay, I'm doing good with like musics and stuff. My music's on the top
Are you
100.
are you using your own name for your music?
Yes, but just my first name,
Okay, so
like Cher.
So there's no connection to like the whole dead body thing, blah blah blah, dude in jail, blah blah blah. You don't know, okay?
No.
Not that you know of. You didn't intentionally put anything like that in there. Okay, cool. All right. Well, yeah, your album's rising the charts right now, and without a huge amount of help, which is quite surprising because it doesn't happen often.
Cool.
And you know, you clearly have messages in your inbox from your producers and stuff talking about how you need to start making music videos for some of your other singles and get them out there so that they can float to the top to milk the album to the maximum, and then start writing another album.
All right. I'll message them back being like, I'm on it. Let me know when I can come into the studio,
Okay.
etc.
All right. So they start giving you times and things for that.
Okay. Cool.
Do I know about the submarine?
The submarine. Bishop. Does Bishop know about the submarine?
Probably not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet, to
Okay.
be honest. It's all kind of hush hush. Only the Nosferatu know about it at this point.
I just wanted to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else up to anything particularly?
Me and my guys would be trying to research how to verify this.
How to verify this? Well,
How to ver-
so you brainstorm with them for a little while, and you get some basic kind of ideas about what you could do to try and verify this. And most of them involve hacking into military complexes and trying to get radar logs. The other obvious way would be to intercept communications using the right channels, figuring out what the Russian channels were, and then intercepting their signaling and their encryption on their communication. So all of that, or fast track a lot of that, possibly by traveling into traveling to the Soviet Union and cutting to the top of their command would be one way of figuring it out, but probably very hard and not probably very fun, and it could probably take a long time. Yeah. So what are the ideas would they come up with in a couple of hours sitting around brainstorming how to find out if a submarine was in fact there or not? Stealing boats, going to look for yourself, having a look.
That
by
was
yourself.
an idea.
Yep, that's a possibility. Dominating people of power to find out for you, going into the military and finding some general or something and getting them to spill the beans. Find out what the government knows. Find out what MI5 knows. Find out what MI6 knows. Tatiana, and Ivanovich have connections with these things.
They do.
So putting a strong arm on some of these people might help find out something. So yeah, but out of game. This is not meant to be an easy quest.
No.
So yeah.
But the first step is figuring out some direction to go in. So that's
right. Exactly.
And I flick an email off to Bishop using the encrypted method.
Okay.
With some information in it, asking if he knows anyone that can help.
Right. Does Bishop know anyone that can help? Does Bishop know anybody in the Soviet command?
He fought against them in Vietnam.
Only by proxy, though, because he was fighting the Vietnamese command who were being.
Yeah, but the Russians were there. They were actually there.
They were. Yeah, they were training them and they were giving them weapons mostly.
Yeah. So.
They had fighter pilots too.
Throw a dice or something.
All right. So a 10 is that you do know something, and a 1 is nothing. A 4, you know very little. Yeah, you weren't really in the thing.
I do say Lord Gustav, though. Because he's Russian. He would know. If anybody knows what the Russians are doing, he would know.
Is Gustav Russian?
Not
Lord Gustav.
He's the one asking.
I mean...
Soze? You're going to talk with your microphone, my friend.
His name's not coming to my brain.
Come on, buddy.
Gustavius. Yeah.
Gustavius would know.
He might, but he's also the one that asked him to find this information in the first place.
Okay, then I have to go to Tatiana.
All right.
I'll go.
Tatiana's a fair call. All right. So you personally going to go to Tatiana?
Yeah.
All right. Do you go to Club Incognito?
Yeah.
Do you go by yourself?
Yeah, why are you going to Incognito without me? Bishop, take me with you.
I mean, you're all part of the same team now, so you're allowed to tell each other what you're up to and get each other's advice.
He's not keeping secrets. He's just, he's just got back from the whole Sabat thing.
Good, you can piggyback me there. Let's go. I hop on his back. To Incognito.
And he does. He piggybacks.
Oh my God. Okay.
To the limousine.
They throw you out. Oh, okay, to the limousine. All right.
Yeah, I'm not picking you back all the way there. It's a long way.
Come on, Alan. Come on, Dr. Shipman, wherever you are.
What, Mike? Where are we going? Did I hear Incognito again?
He said,
Yeah.
"Pick me up, Bishop. I want to be in on this since."
Yep, I'll pick you up.
All right. So long
going to
story short, you
incognito.
go to incognito. You get down there. You go through the queue. They let you cut the queue because you know the bouncers now. You've been there enough times. And you go straight inside, and there's dancing and things going on. There's people in cages dancing and strippers and things, and live shows going on. Videos playing against the walls. It's all very industrial, techno, goth. Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Swain if he's here.
Where do we
I'll
think?
text him.
Text him. It's fine here. You can make a perception check.
Okay.
I'm stinking hard.
5.
5. You're trying to read your messages and somebody's flicking a light in your eyes.
Who is that?
You're looking around and
Starting.
then you see
Stop.
Swain walks out of the darkness holding one of those laser pointers. Difficult to talk down here, quite loud.
Oh yes, but you were shining something in my eye. Could you not have texted me?
I was trying to show you where I was.
All right. I'm gonna use it all now.
Okay.
I mean,
All right.
I'm in incognito. I just need to make sure he was there.
Right.
Let's try to figure out what it is. Charisma. Charisma something.
So I see your dice when they roll. 5 successes, was it?
Hold on. There you go. 4 successes. So 20 people.
20 people. Bloody hell. All right.
All my friends.
All your friends.
All of you guys.
All right. Very good. They are awed. They are awed. You pretty much have the pick of the feed if you wish to feed as well.
Excellent.
Or, train and drag anybody off.
For the time being, though, I'm going to hang out with Swain.
Okay. All right. And you chat to Swain, and, you have to go somewhere a little bit quieter, perhaps the feeding room, to chat to Swain. What are other people doing while she's chatting to Swain?
Well, Alan's still here too, so
Yeah. Well,
I'm looking for Tatiana.
if you guys
Right.
want to hang out with him.
Tatiana, you find Tatiana. You get to Tatiana through Silver, the bartender, first, and she tells you where she is, and she tells Tatiana that you're coming upstairs. So when you get to the top of the stairs, to the top of the gantry and up by the entrance into the bunker itself, the door opens as you approach, and Tatiana opens the door and looks out and grabs you and pulls you in the door and closes it behind you, and the music kind of shuts down as you step into the lit corridor. She's like, "So what do you want?" She kicks open the door to her office, lights a cigarette, holds the door open as you come in, using her foot to hold the door open.
He walks in.
She closes the door behind you. You wanted something? You wanted to talk to me, I heard?
Yep. In private. This is private enough.
Well, it's my office. It doesn't get any more private than this.
All right. All right. Did you know that in the Thames estuary, there's rumors that there's a Russian submarine there?
In the Thames estuary? Not
Did you
in the
say the
Thames
Thames
estuary.
estuary?
No, I
What
said
did you say?
the channel.
The channel.
Yeah.
There's a Russian submarine there.
I've heard that story. How do you know that story?
No. I know because security's my business, and you'd be awfully upset if I didn't.
Well, I don't know about that. Is your business international security? I thought you put like video cameras on little old ladies' front doors.
I do more than put them on front doors, Tatiana, and you know that.
Well, as far as I'm aware, only MI6 is aware of this current situation. So if you're getting information from them, I'm real interested to know where that's leaking from.
I didn't get it from them.
Well, Where'd you get it from? Because it must have come from them to begin with.
Your sire might be able to tell you.
Are you working with my sire?
No, but we've already had a discussion with him about Gehenna, remember?
I don't remember that. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we had a discussion with him about, you've forgotten it?
What? What are you talking about?
Maybe you don't know. Ask him and he'll deal with it, but you've got that all in hand then?
I don't know what you're talking about, Bishop, but yeah, there's this fucking submarine in the channel, okay? And yeah, the international fucking intelligence team and that intelligence community right now is pretty worried about it. But, you know, it's the kind of thing that could spark a fucking nuclear war.
Yeah, I know that. But is it sunk?
No,
It's just sitting there,
it's patrolling,
patrolling.
as far as we know. And the question that we don't know is whether or not they know that we know that, yeah.
Oh, I know.
While you're there,
Yeah?
well,
Well,
do you think that's a bat would have enough power to get hold of a submarine from Russia?
I don't know. There's been a whole lot of shit go down since the whole fucking collapse of the Soviet Union. There's been shit sold off and all kinds of bullshit. It's possible.
Don't you think a woman of your talents could figure out a way to get down there and we could make sure? I'd be glad to help if you needed it. I know you don't, but I'm offering.
We'd have to locate it. We'd have to get to it. We'd have to destroy it or board it or something. I have no idea how to do that.
So,
You ever done anything like that before? In your
Board-
security career?
board a sub?
Yeah. I don't know if anybody's ever done that.
Barry knows there are ways it can be done because,
Okay, well, whatever Barry knows, Bishop probably knows in that case.
yeah, there are ways.
No? Well, I can't say I'm an expert on submarines. What are the ways of boarding a submarine under the water?
Well, there's the torpedo tubes. It's a dangerous way, but it can be done.
You're suggesting you send divers up the torpedo tubes?
Do seals? Yeah. What about, have you got the equivalent of seals?
Of course, we have all of that shit.
Well, then that's one way to go, but first we'd have to use sonar to find it. And once we did that, they would know we found him. That's the trouble.
Well, maybe what we need to do is get our Nosferatu friends to talk to the fishes.
He looks at Elise straight away.
Is Alexei there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's there? Okay.
Yep.
You obfuscated?
No,
I didn't actually know he
and
was
my
there.
usual.
Yeah.
Oh, I tagged along. I got him to pick me up. I've just been quiet, letting him
Okay.
do the talking.
Okay. So you came through into Tatiana's office.
Oh, did I?
With him then, I assume.
I'm walking around with my face on, so.
Okay, so you've got a face on.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so then she's not going to be too freaked out that you just appeared. Okay, so we'll just assume that you were there for the whole conversation then. All right, I'll rewind that and add that to my brain. Okay.
I suppose we could do something like that.
Well, I don't know if you've got any ideas or anything. Talk to your people, but actually, you want to keep this real low key.
Can we have access to a boat
To a boat?
and someone that can drive it?
I can get you access to the fucking harbor patrol boats if you want.
That would be good, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, coastal defense, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
All right. Looking for like a jet boat or like a freaking something bigger with guns on it.
No, just
No.
something well, medium sized, no guns, just that we can use for expeditions as needed. And
Well,
it's needed.
jet boats, jet skis. What do you think? Maybe you
Jet
should
boat and
get back to me with the
a
list. How
fishing
about
vessel.
that?
Yeah.
How about you get back to me with the list
All right.
when you're ready for this? And then I'll
Okay.
see what I can pull out of my ass. All right. Okay, well, is that the end of this meeting, or we've got more to talk about?
No, let's. I just thought you ought to know.
All right, thank you. I am curious to know where you got your information, though.
You know how that goes.
Yeah, you're right. I know how that goes. All right, get out of here.
All right. See ya.
All right, so you leave.
See you.
Very good. Dr. Shipman, what have you been up to?
I would have just been moseying around. Try not to talk much because my microphone sucks.
Because what?
Because my microphone sucks.
Aw,
Just
that's okay. I don't mind. It actually, I think it works more. The more you actually talk, the more it works. Like as you're talking, it kind of tunes into it.
So I just have to like start off by saying something and then say what I need.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the first couple of seconds while it's trying to figure out that you're talking, it's a little bit dodgy. So yeah.
I think the only thing I would have tried to do is tell Alexi that I want him to try and go through his Nosferatu contacts about human trafficking, and if there's any, that's what I
Okay.
want to try and have happen.
All right. Alexi, you can easily do that. And you can supply him with a list of people who have been either connected to human trafficking or arrested for human trafficking or jailed for human trafficking or suspected of human trafficking or just people that the Nosferatu happen to know are doing human trafficking.
Please see below list.
Right.
Doc,
Yes.
how much pressure can the human body take underwater?
I don't think I would know that off the top of my head, but there's definitely a depth before you start crushing. We could probably just Google it, or Yahoo it.
Yahoo it.
Yeah.
Ask Jeeves.
Yeah.
The next question is, would a vampire's body be any different?
you don't have any air in you.
You probably could have. Yeah.
Like if you
I might
exhale,
have been
maybe.
able to tell you that before, but I do not know, and I'm not willing to test it.
Well, you can make a guesstimation if you wanted to with a wits and medicine check.
Maybe a cult. What's a cult or?
Yeah.
I would think that you would have to maybe fill yourself up on water before hopping into the ocean, so that you aren't filled with anything airy. But then again, I'm not into science, so
2 6s.
Don't care.
I think, was it? I don't know.
yeah.
I think
2
two
6s.
successes. Yeah, so it's all about just the pressure differentiation, right? So if you can get the air out and, as Sage says, replace it with water or something like that. So you're getting it's basically the same pressure in and out. You know what I'm saying?
Can you get any other undersea vehicles? The only thing I can think of is fly
Frasius
over it
would
and get
have
a big
some.
magnet.
Love it.
Frasius would have any. Doesn't he own ships?
Thracius does own ships and
And he-
shipbuilding yards.
Yeah, he might have something that could take that kind of pressure. First, we'd have to find a sub.
I don't know if if the plan is to try and sneak up to it. I don't think that's going to be possible. I think we have to brute force it. We basically have to immobilize it and then bring it out of the water. I think it's too risky to try and sneak into a nuclear submarine. They have to just blow it up or stop it moving and then get it out of the water. I think.
Is Alan's not around here, is he?
Alan's here.
Alan's
yeah,
here.
he
Okay.
won't be with me, but because he can't come in the feeding room, but he
Right.
will be with
these guys.
yeah.
Okay. So wait, you're talking about a submarine, right? Wouldn't you want to do something like trick them into like just letting you, like pretending to be their superiors or something like that, or?
Oh yeah, we could get on their radio if possible, and then tell them to surface.
Yeah, I reckon you want to trick them into handing it over. That's the way.
How do we get their radio? That's the, I guess.
I
the
don't
real
know.
question.
That's another question, isn't it? That's a whole other thing. Or you could just go down to their submarine and knock on the door and say, "We're coming in, motherfuckers," and rip the door off.
I guess we could look up situations that would cause a submarine to surface.
Right.
Like
Some
if any,
sort of breaches and things.
yeah, or
Bag full of thermite.
or if there's things that can happen around them, not so much destructive things that would cause them to surface.
Right, Sage, you could swim down there, right? Because you don't need no air or nothing, and you just get your claws. You've got claws, right?
I'm not there. I'm in the feeding room.
Oh, damn it. I don't know.
Sorry.
I know some of the gangrels have got like claws and stuff, right? So they could swim down and like literally just put a hole in the side of it, and then water will start going in and filling it up, and they'll be like, "Oh fuck, where's this water coming from? We've got to get out of here."
Yep. Or like smash the glass at the front of it if there's any glass, just any glass.
Right.
Try to do anything like that.
But you have to get there, I suppose. It's all a question of how much pressure your vampire body can take. You could do some experiments.
Then we have to know what kind of sub it is, because the Russians have many subs.
Did the Nosferatu know what kind of sub it is, or is it just that there's a Russian nuclear sub?
You believe it to be a Triton class Russian nuclear
We
submarine.
could probably look up like Soviet Union submarines.
Yeah. I think it's.
I guess we got to figure out just what's the best way to surface a submarine. Is it just destroying a little bit of it so it surfaces? But do we need to do it in a way where they think they need to legitimately surface and they're not just being.
How big is this submarine?
It's quite big.
Yeah, it'll probably be quite
Right.
a big one.
Okay, because I don't think like one tiny little nick is gonna do it. Just
It's also
Outer game, they
it's
have, like,
still full of
chambers.
nuclear stuff.
Right. Okay. Yeah, maybe that was a bit short-sighted, but you know what I mean. Like, just you
Yeah.
need to sabotage it. Like, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you mean. It's a good idea.
It's a Yasen class. There we go.
Yes, in class.
Yeah. Submarine.
Are we able to? Do we know anyone that could pull up schematics of this sort of submarine?
You believe the name of the actual submarine is Kazan, and it was commissioned on the 5th of May. Oh wait, these are fucking way too new, these submarines. Damn it. Okay, wrong. Let's go back a little bit.
it says built 1993 to present. Seems okay.
1993 to present. Which one?
The Yasin
Soviet
Yeah.
Union.
class submarine. That's what.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says 1993. So
Right. So the Serodvinsk is the actual submarine itself that is in existence, because they didn't build them all at once. That was the one that was built in 1993. The next one wasn't built for like 20 years. The Kazan.
Just was the best of the best.
2009.
Didn't need to improve on it at all.
Right. They had a great sub. They're like, this is sweet. And then they built like another 6 of them or something. Or a bunch of them are under construction, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4 under construction right now. Okay. All right. There you go. So it's the Serodvinsk. And Here's a photo of it if you haven't seen it already. Share screen. This is it on the surface. Dun dun dun.
So ugly.
We could probably try and crack one of those windows at the top of those windows.
We could do the propeller.
Yeah, all that. But then they can't surface
Yeah, chain up the propeller. Well,
Unless
that's
they
not a
have-
bad thing.
unless they have
They
unless they
just
probably
stay
let
there.
release, like flotation devices to rise up. Yeah, or they'll just stay there. Yeah, we could do that, or I think chain up the propeller or smash glass.
Surely they have more than one propeller. Like, maybe, you know what? I'm going to look it up.
I think they have two.
Maybe they
I
have
think-
two.
think
Firstly,
you're
is
right.
there anyone that could provide us schematics of the submarine?
I know too much about submarines from watching
Right, so
like a
you-
lot of horror stuff.
Right. Trying to get schematics between you and Tatiana. You could probably get schematics of a submarine, one of these. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get the schematics.
I guess
of
you
it.
can look up whether there's more than one. I'm assuming there's more than one propeller.
All right.
Just looks like one.
We have to see what their access areas are.
Or weak
Uh,
spots.
I'll have to look up. I'll look it up during the week.
Great idea. Do that.
I'll see if there is. I know I've seen it once. I've seen a team get into a sub.
While it was under the water.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Was it in a movie or was it a documentary though?
No, it's a documentary.
Oh wow.
Are these the sort of subs that have like a chamber where it like whooshes out
But
all the water?
I think it was done with
Ballasts. They use
yeah,
ballasts.
yeah, stuff like that.
They fill up. Yeah, they fill up parts of the sub with water. Like
Yeah.
the skin of the sub is basically a chamber, as you say,
Mm.
and they fill that up with water.
And that glass you can see, it wouldn't be that easy to break. It'd be like super enforced against pressure. Yeah, so
If I know this, but apparently submarines, it's best to have like a sailing ship because they don't come up on sonar, apparently, on passive sonar.
Subs
Go
don't come up.
there in a dinghy. No,
Oh,
sailing
right.
boats, nothing with like an engine or
Nothing with an engine, right? Yeah.
paddle. Yeah.
I have an
Right.
idea, but I'm not there. God damn.
Well,
That's
you
right, it's
you
like
guys could
out
get
of
together and
game.
have a chat after
Out of
the.
game. Like, what if you guys just fake a missile being attacked, being targeted at them or something? Come on, guys. I don't know.
I have a feeling they're gonna target a missile somewhere else.
I think a nuclear submarine would probably be able to defend against missiles.
Well, it's
Yeah.
pretty hard to hit a nuclear sub with a missile, to be honest, because it's underwater. They drop
Yeah.
depth charges on them if you can figure out exactly where they are. But you have to know what its coordinates were to drop depth charges on it.
Yeah.
I think we're going to need to test.
And
the
we
pressure.
forget one little thing. We
And-
forget one little tiny thing.
Sub versus sub torpedoes as well. would
If
also be
if
worth-
England destroys
Oh,
a sub,
yes.
a Russian sub, we have to make it look like something went wrong with the sub. Because we can't just blow it up, because that'll be the start of World War whatever.
That's true.
It'd be like the Russians invading Ukraine.
Russians have done this all the fucking time.
Yeah, but
What the
still,
shit?
it's political shit that we have to deal with.
Think of the Queen.
Think of the
No.
Queen.
So I have to think of
No.
a
Think of
way.
England.
I have to think of we have to think of a way to get in and knock everybody off without.
Yeah, I think we either destroy their movement or we crack glass. If there's glass on any of it, windows, and then that'll make them surface to get it fixed. Yeah,
Yep. All right. So, where do you go? What do you do? Bloody da! I've got 5 minutes. So I'm trying to fill some time here.
We have a discussion about this when we get back, and we're discussing it left, right, and centre, and
Sounds
looking
reasonable.
at the schematics and
Okay.
I'm at the feeding room, hanging
In
out with Swain.
Swain.
Yeah,
Hang
I want
out
to get
with
to know more because I
Swain.
think he's kind of cute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So Swain, he tells you he used to be a stage magician, but
Really?
it was kind of a gateway drug to what he really wanted to do, which was, harness the arcane forces of the universe and control, creatures of the night side. And then
Hell
he
yes.
laughs. Then he
Huh?
laughs, and then he stops laughing, and then he laughs again.
Why are you doing this? Why?
Why? He says, because it fascinates me. That's why.
Right. Can I ask you
What
something?
other reason is there?
Do you
Yeah.
believe in spirits?
Of course. Why not?
I definitely believe in them, especially like nature spirits,
Right.
or like the spirits of people that linger in houses.
Mm-hmm.
There's a
Poltergeists, that sort of thing.
yeah. Have you seen any?
Well, I've come to the conclusion that poltergeists actually are the unrestrained subconscious forces of the sexual ego of most humans that have repressed their desires and needs to the point that they spill over into the astral and psychic planes. And this is where these sorts of effects occur. Have you ever heard the term siddhi? S-I-D-D-H-I, siddhi. It's a term from the tantric system. Siddhis are powers. They call them powers. When you start to develop the siddhis, these are the powers. In the tantric system, they say, of course, that the siddhis are to be ignored because they inflate the ego.
Does it have to be just sexual energy? What about like anger or something?
Well, everything is about sex except for power. Power is about. What is sex about power? I can't remember. How does that quote go? Yeah.
Can I make a roll to figure out how the quote goes?
Figure out how that quote goes.
Yeah.
You can make a roll.
So I
if
can
you
correct
like.
him.
Everything is about sex except for sex. Sex is about power. I think that's what it is.
Oh, very good.
Everything in the world is about sex except sex. Sex is about power. Yeah, that's right. Oscar Wilde.
Oh, love that guy. He's great. His words are like eating this really pretty dessert.
Nice.
I love his stuff. Anyway, right.
So just my theory, but I could be wrong. Could be wrong.
I mean, it's something worth exploring.
It's been somewhat tested, to be fair. It
Right,
seems to be,
fair enough.
you'll discover that poltergeist activity happens the most commonly around young teenage boys and girls who are going through puberty.
What?
That is the most common form of poltergeist activity.
All this time, I had never known this.
It's recorded. You can look it up. It's probably on that thing. What is it? The internet.
Yes, the internet. Wait, how old are you? I mean, you don't have to answer this. This might be a personal question, but
He
long
reaches
have you
into
been
his
around?
pocket and he into his shirt. He takes out this stringless cord with a locket on it, and he flips open the locket, and there's a photograph of him with a woman and a child, and it's in black and white, and he's wearing a top hat and a suit, and it looks like it's from the 1800s. He clips it closed. He goes, "I'm that old."
Aw. And how are your family doing?
I'm that old.
No, I'm sure that you've yes, you've had a family. It's quite an old picture, but your descendants.
Descendants, yes, I have descendants.
Surely you keep an eye on them. I would.
I've learned, in fact, not to do such.
Oh, really?
It only brings pain to you and to them. You think you can change their lives, you think you can improve things, you think you can teach them things. They don't want to listen. You can't tell them what you are or who you are, and you can't truly change their lives too much, because then you cause issues such as breaches of the Masquerade and things. And in the long run, you're only going to stand around and watch them get old and die. And I have done that. And that is not pleasant either.
I guess you're right. I don't really have the pleasure of doing that myself.
I will suggest, to be honest with you, Sage, was it? I do suggest that you do it once. That you spend... I feel that everyone should live one human lifetime.
I'm working on it.
And once you have completed one human lifetime, then be whatever it is that you wish to be as a vampire, as whatever it is that you've become. But live one human lifetime first.
You sound like my my sire.
Huh.
He told me that.
Your sire?
Uther de Saint Bernard.
Uther de Saint Bernard is your sire. That's your sire?
Please. Yes, that's my sire.
You are a gangrel.
Yes.
I see. Well, I suppose I can only say I'm glad you didn't tell me that earlier.
What's that?
I have been, shall we say, front-loaded with preconceptions by my elders.
Right. Yeah, even I mean, gangrel have a reputation for being like quite animalistic and like, yeah, kind of, you know.
Yes,
Rough.
we all have our reputations, and we can all try to play against them, perhaps.
I'm nothing. It wasn't until I got my claws, but not too long ago, that I actually started being more gangrel.
Dangerous.
Oh, yeah, I would say they are pretty dangerous. I don't use them very often.
I see.
It's kind of scary. I could tear things apart, and I don't really feel comfortable with that.
Well,
Not yet, anyway.
it's a funny thing, isn't it? I have of late found myself practicing driving again. It's been a while since I drove, you see. I took some time away from the subject once the roads became busier. But now I am finding myself getting back to the practice. And it is curious when one drives along the freeway or the motorway, how one could simply lapse for a moment, and in that moment, how many lives could be destroyed.
You're not wanting to do that, though, right?
Precisely. And so it is the same, I think, perhaps with a claw or any sort of weapon. In any case, it's been so nice to meet you. I think it is perhaps time I was to head off. I do have places to go and things to do, of course. Examination night tonight. Forgive me.
It's all right. You go have fun.
And off he goes. Last minute calls for anything anybody wants to do that's not too intensive.
Probably head home so I know where I'm starting off.
All right.
Next
Gaff,
session.
you good? Yep. Okay. Barry?
Yep, all good.
I'm all right.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
take Ellen with me.
All right. And
Drag
we
her around.
will quit there then. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You have a wonderful evening. And we shall see some of you tomorrow and some of you next weekend. Okay.
Gotta kill some
See you all.
people.
See you
Goodbye.
guys. Thanks for playing. Bye-bye.